Whoops. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy HMK once again, and we are here live with the Fifth Dimension Return, talking about the best, and I mean the best, Sonic character of all time, Shadow the Hedgehog. And to talk about all things Shadow, we are here joined once again by an amazing homie. Everyone, please welcome back to the Fifth Dimension, FeFe. How you doing today?
Hi, hello, how's it going?
It's going well, good, much better that you're here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Now, you know, it's funny because like usually when we do these Fifth Dimension things, I just get right into the noise, but then I like listening to all of that Shadow music, that Shadow-based music, just like, damn, just Shadow has like the best music in Sonic. Like,
I know, like it goes so hard actually.
Right? I was like, you know, even for the like the quote unquote goofier games. I mean, all Sonic games are goofy, but I mean, like this machine from Sonic Heroes. Honestly, okay, here, we're gonna start with that. We're gonna start with that. All right.
I know. I was listening to it, and I was like, man, this song fucks.
Right? It fucks. Oh my god, it just slaps. Okay. All right. Here's the first question to get our feet wet in the Fifth Dimension. What's your favorite Shadow theme?
That's hard. I mean, you can't go wrong with All Hail Shadow, but honestly, Chosen One is super underrated.
Nice. It's funny because I was talking with chat like streams ago about like, okay, what are the best Sonic songs and by extension the best Shadow songs? And you know, and a lot of people really like All of Me, and I'm like, you know, All of Me is good. I like All of Me, but All Hell Shadow is better. Like, and we were like, nah, right?
I mean, All Hail Shadow. I mean, it's just like preference of tone, I guess, because like I Am All of Me is like super like dark and edgy, and All Hail Shadow's like heroic, you know?
Right, yeah. Heroes rise again.
Yep, I mean literally Heroes Rise Again.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't think you can count Live and Learn, do you? I mean, that's not really a Shadow theme, is it?
No, I mean, it's like
it's a boss theme from SA2, not really like a Shadow theme.
It's not really a Shadow theme because even if you were to attribute it to characters, like, okay, it's a theme shared between Sonic and Shadow. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but then people would argue, it's like, oh, then you can't say this machine is a good Shadow theme. I'm like, that's his song, man. Rouge. That's
his song, bro.
Rouge and Omega are just there for the ride. Like,
yeah.
You know.
So yeah, definitely I would say All Hail Shadow, and then I also really like Chosen One, which is kind of I wouldn't say a hot take, but like no one really agrees with me, so.
You know, I actually do like Chosen One, but the thing is, like, you know, I guess I don't listen to it enough. You know, so I guess like it doesn't, like, it's really good, but I guess I didn't give it the chance to grow on me like the other Shadow songs would. But fine choices. But I just keep going back to this machine, like that lyric, FeFe. That lyric, we all dance in fire. Like, okay, come on, that's hard. Like, right? I understand that's like, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, I guess like this machine hasn't really grown on me because I actually never finished Heroes.
Oh, you should. You need to.
Yeah, I've been like.
Is it Team Chaotix? Are they holding you back? Is it that stupid crocodile and his friends? Huh? Are they holding you back?
Honestly, I don't remember why I dropped Heroes.
It's probably Team Chaotix.
I don't remember. It's been.
I would see, ladies and gentlemen. I'm setting you up for success. FeFe Sonic Hero streams coming soon. Do it.
Oh, okay.
I will be there seated.
No, I'll do it.
I'll be first in line.
Seated. Put your butt on that chair, eyes on that screen.
Yep, glued.
Sonic Heroes coming.
Oh my god, I keep like the fact that we're getting Sonic X Shadow Generations now is so like mind blowing to me, because like now we're going from Sonic Heroes to that, and then I just wanted to get this random thought out. I'm like, I really wish we got a Sonic Heroes 2. I like a lot of people like they have like different opinions on Sonic Heroes and whatnot, but I honestly really like the game, and I wish we had a Heroes 2, especially in this day and age. We could have Team Babylon Rogues, Team Future, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, gameplay-wise, Sonic Heroes, honestly, was, like, the smartest of any modern Sonic game.
Yeah!
Because, it makes a ton of characters relevant. Like, it doesn't just have Sonic and Tails.
Right.
Or just Sonic for the whole story. It actually makes characters relevant, makes them play a part in the overall main story, even if it's pretty detached, whatever. If it connects in some way, there you go. And
right? It's like
also,
it's really ambitious, like it's insanely ambitious, and I feel like it doesn't get enough credit for that.
Yeah, and then like also it opens up a huge door for a diversity of gameplay and stages, because like let's say you play a modern Sonic game similar to like Frontiers, you know, and then Tails goes with you, and he like, you know, just like a Sonic Heroes, just goes with you, and if there's a part of the stage that you need to fly to, you just switch to Tails. He carries Sonic, I don't know how, don't tell me about the logic, he just carries him over there, but like, you know, it just makes like, I just think it'd be like just really fun to see if they can make it work, to see just how different the stages can get, because like how many times can you do go fast boost every game? Really?
Thank you God, thank you. Like
that's why I'm really excited about Shadow Generations, because he's going to get the Doom powers in the stages, and that is going to kind of switch up the gameplay a little bit. It's gonna change things up, and I like it when they change things up.
I love it. Like as long as like the core aspect of like Sonic, you know, and his speed is like there, just throw whatever other mechanics works for it, because like so. I keep calling it Sonic X Shadow Generations, but I think for the rest of the stream, I'm just gonna keep it to Shadow Generations, because like I don't know about you, Fefe, but I don't think I'm gonna touch Sonic Generations when this game comes out. I think I'm just gonna focus on the Shadow portion completely.
Same, only because like I don't want any spoilers.
Right, man.
Sonic Generations.
Sonic. Oh yeah, that's, you know, that name is so funny. Like, when I saw that was the name Sonic X Shadow Generations, I'm like, you know, that either Sega did not think this one through, or they knew what they were doing. And I'm like, I respect it. You know, if it was like the thing. But with the idea with Shadow Generations, and just like, you know, they're focusing so much on Shadow's character, because like when they first announced it, they didn't announce the Year of Shadow just yet. But then when it became clear that we're doing the Year of Shadow, the game's coming out. We also get the Sonic 3 movie that's coming out at the end of the year, which we're going to be talking about. It's crazy how much of a focus they're doing on Shadow, and I'm loving it. I'm eating it, because like it's been so long since Shadow has had this amount of limelight. You know, obviously Shadow had a huge deal in Sonic Adventure 2. His own game with Shadow the Hedgehog, and then, you know, sporadic appearances in Heroes Battle, Sonic 06, all that stuff. But I'm really glad, like I'm really glad that
Shadow's relevant again. Let's
go. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, like how long did it take? And then we're finally gonna learn what happened, like the intricacies, the details of what happens in the arc, and we're getting that anime series that's like 3 episodes long. I'm like, just give it to me. Put it in my veins. I cannot wait for that. Man,
I'm really curious as to what is going to be in Gerald Robotnik's like journal.
The journal,
that comes with is it the special edition of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like people were able to like, I don't know, CIA, enhance image, magnify the preview image that they put on the promotion, and we're like, it says this. And I'm like, I don't know how you got it from that, but apparently that page was heavy with lore. Just the one page. And I'm like, what else is in there?
That's what I want to know. I want to know every single detail on Shadow. Like, was he built from the ground up? Was he like a hedgehog that they experimented on in order to create the ultimate life form? Like, I want all of it. I just like, yo, give me that page detailing the bio lizard. Yo, that ugly prototype, man.
I know. How did they go from the bio lizard to Shadow?
Exactly.
Like,
I'm like, what?
who's Shadow's mom?
Yeah, like, nah, like Shadow has two dads. Like Shadow's mom. His mom is a test tube. That's his mom.
It's true.
But
Daddy Doom and Jerry
Daddy
Grandpa.
Gerald, yep, Daddy Doom. Shadow, it's me,
The
devil.
I love you. I'm having so much fun with you.
Oh god, that Snap Cube, that series was hilarious, and every time the game reset, I'm like, haha, because you have to play the game multiple times.
Yep.
That's great.
Like back in the time loop.
Yep. But and the craziest thing about Shadow Generation, since we're just like, you know, shooting the shit on that, is he's gonna have his own campaign. Obviously, he's gonna have his own selectable levels, and then Black Doom is back. But what's really cool is that he's having that, you know, little open world hub area that he can just explore when he's not on a stage. And I'm like, that's so cool. It's like, you know, they're taking aspects from Sonic Frontiers, but also, you know, kind of borrowing the idea from Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And I'm like, this isn't, oh god, Sega, thank you. Like, this is what I want.
I'm really glad that they're doing that, because like, I mean, I'm not sure if they expand upon like Sonic's like hub world at all. And I kind of hope that they do, but at the same time I wouldn't really care. But I mean, Sonic's quote unquote hub world is just a 2D space full of white, and then the portal for the sage. Like, you don't actually explore it.
Right.
But it seems like you do that with Shadow. So I'm excited. I mean, I doubt that they would change Sonic's hub world to match Shadow's.
Yeah, I don't think they are, cool. Yeah. I think when it comes to the generations portion, I think they're gonna like minimal changes, if any.
Yeah.
You know. But
have they announced any like distinct changes to Sonic Generations?
Other than like quality of life changes, not really, no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Shadow's portion looking pretty good. Don't ask me what they were thinking about that box art though. Like, they put Shadow on the middle, and then just put Frontiers platforms, and then they just have like Sonic and then classic Sonic on the side. I'm like, what are you guys thinking? Well, this isn't good.
Man. I was like, man, that's why I really like the Japanese box art a lot more. Like, it's looking so nice. And you know what's another thing I'm really excited about when it comes to Shadow's hub world? Like, they confirm that it's gonna be a little bit like Frontiers, where there's gonna be characters in the hub world that Shadow can talk to and have conversations. And I'm like, I'm itching for that. Like, give me that. Like, oof. Like, imagine Rouge and Omega and then Sonic like there, and then maybe like, I don't know, Gerald's ghost, Maria's ghost, Black Doom, and then you have conversations with them like Frontier style. I'm like, oh, in my veins now. Man, that's
I know.
That's
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would want to actually see Maria come back. I don't know. I mean, like, obviously if she's just like a ghost or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Well, okay, not really a ghost, but let's a memory. Like, Shadow's able to communicate with her memory.
Like at the end of Shadow the Hedgehog, where Maria comes on camera.
Yeah.
Like in the final story sort of thing.
Right. Because I mean, they got her voice actress back, so. You know, it could just be for the anime, but I mean, like, if Sega's really gonna go like, you know, fucky wucky with this and just like go balls deep, then maybe, you know, they got her for more lines. But I mean, they might get her for more lines if like Shadow goes through like a memory level where he experiences the destruction of the Ark. So that'd be crazy.
I don't want to think about the space quality arc level of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh,
it's the worst level of all time.
Okay, it'll be better. It'll be better. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, that level's kind of nasty.
I got so lost, and then the hero mission was so ass. Like, You have to. Okay, for those who don't know, and when you play the Space Colony Arc level in Shadow the Hedgehog, Maria is your partner. He's just like playing a memory level, and her mission is that you have to like defeat 50 of a certain enemy. That map is just so big and confusing. Finding all 50 of them in under 20 minutes on a casual first time playthrough is near impossible.
It was bad. Like it's
pretty bad. And then Maria's like eyes, just
soulless,
horrifying. Her bead eyes.
Like it's crazy how like the human models, like even from all the way from Sonic Adventure 2, the human models were just bad. Like but
yeah. But no, like having all black eyes for Shadow the Hedgehog, I mean, like, what are they thinking?
I don't know what they're thinking, but I'm ready to experience more trauma in Shadow Generations. Like, give it all to me. Like, I really hope that the end goal for Shadow Generations, because they already said on an interview that Shadow will appear in the future again. It probably won't be as big of a presence as it is this year, because I mean this is the year of Shadow. But I really hope that this game sets up like Shadow for something like more, something like he better be like the the second protagonist, third protagonist of whatever Sonic games were to come in the future. Sonic Frontiers 2, Shadow, please, right there.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm really hoping that Sega and Sonic Team are just willing to try this formula again with what they had with Sonic 06, where they had 3 different campaigns.
Oh, absolutely.
I know that like having all the different playable characters was kind of that game's partial downfall, because they just had too much going on, and it probably pushed them too far and could not like get it solid enough with all the shit they had to pack in. But like they have a good base now. They can at least add a little bit more at a time. Shadow doesn't have to be a main character in every story, but like if they just go back to like what they had with the adventure games and with Heroes, where there's multiple short campaigns, because I mean like with Colors, with Frontiers, with Generations, like when it's just Sonic, bruh, that game's 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and even like they could even do something where, okay, you don't have to have different campaigns, but you can switch to different characters. Like you play one level with Sonic, the next you play as Rouge, and she has a different gameplay style. Just to keep things like different.
I like when you were saying that, just something just popped into my head, and I'm like, what would I think a system like that would like be really cool. Like, I don't know how many people in the chat ever play Genshin Impact, and before you guys get started, it's like, oh, Sonic gotcha. No, like, no, that's not what I mean. Relax. Like a character switching Sonic game, right? Kind of like not totally akin to Sonic Heroes, but in the idea that like, okay, you make it like there's a team, like a team of Sonic characters you can choose from, kind of like Ultimate Alliance or whatever, right? And then from that team, you like, okay, you could choose Sonic, Shadow, Rouge, and Knuckles, right? And then you have the frontline character, and then like with a press of the button, you swap to Shadow, right? And then Shadow is able to do different things, traverse in different ways. Knuckles is able to climb. Rouge is able to glide, all that stuff. And then you build your team accordingly to explore a Frontiers-like world. And I'm like, I think that would be like, I don't know if it sounds crazy, but that's what I think would be, kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I get you, because I mean, like they have so many characters, it's impossible to make them all relevant. But like, I don't know, I can't just keep doing like Sonic and Tails
right
every time. Like, I mean, with Frontiers,
you're telling me you didn't like Sonic Lost World?
I didn't even play that shit.
Don't don't. You're not missing anything.
I know I'm not. But like, I'm pretty sure they realized it though, because even though that they weren't playable until the DLC, they still added in Amy and Knuckles.
Right.
So I mean, like, I think that they're trying it. It's not fully realized yet. I mean, Frontiers itself was not cooked in the oven long enough.
Yeah, it should have cooked a little bit longer, but I appreciated it for what it was. And you know, it's funny because I was really looking forward to Knuckles gameplay in Frontiers. And like, listen, it was a free DLC, cool, whatever. Yo, that Knuckles gameplay was dog water. That Knuckles gameplay was so bad. I was like, how can you do this to my boy, man?
So admittedly, I didn't play the Frontiers DLC.
Yeah, Amy is fun. Tails is fun. Knuckles, man, that if you end up giving the DLC a try, that playing Knuckles will probably get you angry. That shit will get you angry.
Dang.
Knuckles suckles. You ain't wrong.
Like, you know, they probably realize that. I think like if they had a more controlled environment of like, okay, if you want to play as Knuckles, or if you want to play as any other character, really, it's going to be in a specific environment where you're going to have a stage or area that is curated to them.
Right.
So that it's good and it feels good.
Like, please? Because, I mean, you could take developmental cues from, like, Sonic Adventure 2. Because, obviously, like, you know, you have the levels built for Shadow Sonic, Tails, Eggman, and Knuckles Rouge. But don't ever do that space Mario Galaxy shit again. Don't,
No, honestly, that was just a sad time for Sonic games where all he could do was just copy Mario.
Right. Man, but I like he's getting into his own. Sonic, I feel like the gears are finally turning over at Sonic Team, and they're doing some good machinations. But talking about Shadow Generations, let's focus up a little bit on you. And what are you excited for the most when it comes to Shadow Generations?
I'm really just excited to play a Shadow again. I mean, like, if you think about it, there's not really a good game to go back to play Shadow. I mean, like,
Sonic Adventure 2 is right there.
Okay, that game's from 1999 or whatever.
Man, that's crazy. Like, why'd you have to say that? Wait, isn't that? There's no way it's actually 1999 because I know. Wait, actually, it might be 99. Right, I'm doing. Yeah, me too. Because I remember Sonic Adventure 1 came out in 1998. Sonic Adventure 2. Please.
Yeah, Adventure 1's 98. So I'm like thinking, okay. Where is...
All right, Sonic Adventure 2 came out in 2001.
Okay.
Still old. It's still old as fuck, though. Like, yeah.
Okay, so it's either that, or you go back to Sonic 06, or you go back to Shadow the Hedgehog, or Forces.
No, whoa! Don't speak its name in this chat. How dare you? How could you? FeFe, please.
HMK, should I play Forces on stream?
No! No! Look, this, like, chat, look at me. This is gonna be me if FeFe plays that fucking shit on chat. On our stream, this is gonna be me. FeFe, how could you? This is me. You betrayed me and everything you believed in by touching that fuck-ass game. I can't believe there are people that fucking unironically defend Forces. That is insanity to me.
Dude, okay, so I've never actually played it. Obviously, I've only watched the cutscenes.
Don't, please.
I had to know the story. Dude, I was watching it, I was like, bro, this is so dog shit.
Yo, and then the craziest thing about, like, listen, like, Sonic fans, listen, we're all Sonic fans here. Me and FeFe are huge Sonic fans here. All right, you need to understand, like, I don't shit on Sonic out of, like, fun. I mean, sometimes I do, but not all the time. Like, Forces was just cheeks. It was just bad. And then, like, you have Infinite and, like, okay, wait, FeFe, before I start grilling this man into oblivion, I know you love Mephiles. Mephiles is cool. How do you feel about Infinite?
Wasted potential.
All right, that good enough, because I didn't even think he was wasted potential. I think, man, Infinite, his design sucks. His motives suck. His song sucks. That shit, I was saying this on stream the other day. I'm like, yo, Infinite's song sounds like a super edgy teen from 2001 who wears a hoodie 2 times his size in the basement writing an edgy song and is like, I am the ultimate weapon. And like, bro, this is so bad. Because okay, I understand. Yeah, they fumbled Infinite, and I'm like, yo, why are you trying to make another edgy like villainous persona? I'm like, Shadow is right there. Like, bro, let's just make Infinite. I'm like, fuck Infinite, man. Like, all my teammates got killed. I'm like, good.
Good.
Like, Infinite.
Kids.
Man, yeah, exactly, man. Fucking Infinite. What is Infinite supposed to be again? A raccoon? What is he again?
I don't know, but I kind of did like the idea. I don't hate his design, and I mean his notion or concept of me mad because Shadow kicked my ass, so Dr. Eggman just experiment on me so I can become more powerful. It's just really, I don't know, that's pretty fire.
Oh, he's a jackal.
Like,
oh, it's a jackal. Jackal. It's a jackal. It's a jackal. Jackal. It's a jackal. Oh my goodness. But so here's the thing with his design, all right? And it's funny because like it's very rare for me to say this about Sonic designs. Infinite's design is just too fucking loud. Does that make any sense?
I can kind of see what you mean.
Yeah, his fucking design is like super loud, and I'm like, that's crazy because you would think that like Shadow is like the edgiest, like out of the edge. He's like the edgiest like motherfucker on the planet, right? But in my opinion, Shadow's design is not loud. I'm like, it's perfect. It's like you hit it on the nail. A character that's designed to be the dark antithesis to Sonic, looks kind of like Sonic, but has traits all his own. They gave him like the white tuft of fur on his chest instead of just like exposing his belly. They gave him the kabuki mask quills on his back. They gave him the hot ass red eyeliner. It worked. I'm like, okay, you got the limiter rings on him. You got the skates. All right, cool. Edgy, but not loud. Infinite's design is just loud. That shit is super loud.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, like, I guess I didn't really mind it at the time because mentally, I went right from the Time Eater, which is kind of a nothing burger, to Infinite, and I was like, okay, I'll take Infinite's design over the Time Eater. I won't even lie. I don't remember hardly what the Time Eater looks like.
I'm gonna search that up.
It's just not memorable at all.
But hey, so what if Mephiles comes back?
I mean, it would make total sense in Shadow Generations, which is what I'm really I'm honestly really hoping that Mephiles comes back. Because like, okay, think about it. They already showed off in the trailer that we're going to have Kingdom Valley as a stage.
Yeah.
And Mephiles, okay, they literally meet Mephiles in Kingdom Valley. Shadow and Rouge do. I would be shocked, honestly, if Shadow completes the Kingdom Valley stage and Mephiles is not a boss immediately after that.
Right. I would expect him to be the boss of that area. I know it's probably like Black Doom is going to be like the main bad guy. Like quote until like he might be the bad guy that they're promoting, but then there's the true villain that is surprise at the end of the game. But Black Doom is marketed to be the main villain, and we know that BioLizard is in the game. All right, so I mean, like, yeah, bring back all of Shadow's like foes. BioLizard, Mephiles. Obviously, they're bringing back Black Doom. Eggman to a degree. Give me Neo Metal Sonic. Let's go specifically for heroes.
Yeah,
Man.
I was like, they're probably not gonna do it, but it would be so cool if they did. Was he a boss, or was like there a Neo Metal Sonic thing in the DS version of Generations?
I think there was. I don't remember if it was Metal Madness or Metal Overlord. But I'm searching it up right now. Neo Metal Sonic Generations. Yeah, he appears in Sonic Generations. Yeah.
Okay,
he
somebody
appears,
was saying
yeah.
it was the Egg Emperor.
The Egg Emperor was in the Egg Emperor was in the 3DS version. Okay. Man, that boss sucks. Like the Egg Emperor was trash. Well, I mean, not in the 3DS. I mean, in the Heroes, he was so easy. It's just like Eggman's like, I got the ultimate thing to stop you, the Egg Emperor. I'm like, bro, I can melt you. Like, it was crazy. But Metal Overlord. Oh, that'd be crazy. Like, I would love to see Shadow like 1v1 Metal Overlord. It might just be Neo Metal Sonic for Shadow's campaign. But I mean, like, they do have history because in Heroes, Neo Metal Sonic was going around copying all the data from all the life forms. But when it came to Shadow specifically, his like ultimate life form data has been copied. He was like, "Fuck Shadow, no, fuck Rouge, fuck Omega." It's just like it's him that I want, right? And then it's funny. I'm thinking about this now. Looking back, that basically confirms that, like, oh yeah, that's the real Shadow the whole time. Because you know how he's like questioning his identity in Heroes and in Shadow the Hedgehog. He's like, oh, am I real? Am I a Shadow robot? Am I a Shadow android? Like, Neo Metal Sonic basically confirmed that, like, no, that was him. But I mean, nobody heard that but him. So
yeah, and what sucks is that if Shadow wasn't such a loner, he could have just gone to like Sonic and Tails and been like, "Hey Tails, you're smart. Why don't you just make a full body scan me, see if I'm made of tissue or metal?"
It's like, hey,
and then
Sonic,
we'll find out.
Hey, Sonic, cut me so let's see if I bleed or not. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, he could have done that, but you know,
yeah,
or if he really wanted to fuck with everybody, like, he would kind of be stupid for this, but he could have even gone to Eggman and been like, yo, scan me. He would have set himself up, but you know, he could have done anything other than, who am I?
But okay, here's a fun fact, and I'm asking it to you, Fifi, and I'm asking it for the entire chat. There has been one known moment in Shadow's life where he actually rolled up with a homie, not for the job. Like, okay, and what I mean by that is, you know, it wasn't for like a mission, or it wasn't for like a mission or a job that was like given to him by the government or anything like that. There is only one time where Shadow's like, you know what? I'll help a homie out just cause. All right? Do you know what time? Do you know what moment that was? Or you could just give me the game. You could just give me the game.
Okay, so you said it wasn't a mission, so it can't be Shadow the Hedgehog.
No.
Doubt it's 06.
It's not.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is something to do with Maria.
No. All right, excluding Maria, like I'm like in real time, no memory bullshit, none of that.
I don't know.
All right, and I see in the chat we got Sonic Rival, Sonic Battle, Sonic Heroes. Nah, all those times he was standing on business. So the only time was when he was rolling with Rouge in Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, where Rouge is all like, hey, Shadow, help me out to win this treasure. And then Shadow's like, okay. That was the only time where he helped out a homie just because. Not because it was like a mission or because he was paid or that he felt like the world was in danger. So like, you know what? Fine, I'll help Rouge get the treasure. It's whatever. Like,
wait, was Shadow in the Zero Gravity story?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, I knew that he was a playable character, but I thought that was like an unlockable extra. Wait, when is he in the story of Zero Gravity?
He rolls with Rouge's team, and then they didn't have Omega as their third partner. They had this random ass robot, and it turned out that robot was controlled by Eggman the whole time. And then Eggman was like, "Hey, thanks for winning the race for me, nerds. Now I got the treasure." And they're like, "What the hell?" Wait, is it Free Riders? Oh, it was Free Riders. My bad. All right, I thought it was, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. Now, when you were telling me, I'm like, am I bugging? Was it Zero Gravity? No, it was Free Riders. I meant Free Riders.
I played Free Riders.
Yeah.
How do I not remember this?
Maybe because the game was trash. Like,
yeah, I mean, I remember having that Xbox Connect and playing Free Riders.
I hate that so much. Like, thinking about that now, Free Riders really killed the Riders series. And the first two Sonic Riders were so good. So good. Man.
Yeah. Ironic that Free Riders is the one that I have played. Because I had a Connect, but I never played the other two.
Man. It sucks. But yeah, so my bad, you guys. It was Sonic Free Riders, not Sonic. I knew it was a Riders game. I just like Riders Zero Gravity. No, it was Free Riders. There you go.
I'm
My
like,
bad.
I legit do not remember him in Free Riders. That's pretty fun.
Yep. I honestly love the designs in Free Riders though. Just like Sonic, not Free Riders, but like Riders in general. Like I just wish they kept the shades on Sonic. I like that works with his design. It's like let him keep those shades, man. Like he's gonna need
too close to Scourge the Hedgehog, maybe.
Yeah, and then people don't want to associate with Scourge no more than
Ken Penders.
Yeah, Ken Penders.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, we have a good comic writer now, the god Ian Flynn.
Ian Flynn, even though like it's so fun, I'm loving what Ian Flynn is doing with Sonic, but there are people that are detracting. I'm like, come, go outside, touch grass, like please. What are you doing, man? This man is like the best thing that's happened to Sonic in a very long time, and y'all are like, he's not good enough. I'm like, nah.
What are you gonna do? Write a fan fiction about it?
That they have. They're like, I've seen people that are like, oh, I'm a better writer than Ian. So I'm like, nah.
Go live in your delusion with your fan fiction.
Sonic Omens.
There's very little like Sonic like fan stories that I've seen that are actually good.
Yeah, I've read a couple.
Yeah, me too. The only one I can think of is like, someone wrote like a fan story about like, so Black Doom assisted Gerald Robotnik in making Shadow, but in like their story they had Black Doom made like another hedgehog-like creature that no one else knew about. Gerald Robotnik did not know about it, and in the fan story his name was Gloom, so you had Gloom and Doom.
I like that.
Was kind of fire.
I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Gloom and Doom. That kind of reminds me of the whole, like, that angle kind of reminds me of the whole, like, I don't know if you ever played the games, the Star Wars Unleashed games. Have you ever played those or no?
Played those, no.
Oh, they're really good. I'm sad that we never got 3. But in one of the storylines for Sonic Unleashed, for Star Wars, The Force Unleashed 2 was that, Darth Vader was cloning like the best apprentice he's ever come across, which was Starkiller, right? And then you play as Starkiller, and then you're like, oh, am I going to be the dark side, the light side? What am I going to choose? And if you choose the dark side, then you end up like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, and then you get killed by like an evil clone of yourself that Darth Vader was able to perfect and whatnot. And it kind of sounds like that, where like Black Doom was kind of like able to perfect Shadow's design by making Gloom that didn't have all the heroic, malfunctions that Shadow had. So it kind of like, yeah, a little bit.
Me just admitting, like just completely off the wall. Yeah, I've read Sonic fan comics and stories.
Oh yeah. Like,
although we've all gone through
we've all read it. Like, what's the funniest thing about like the Sonic fan fiction and the Sonic fandom is that like the amount of Sonic sonas that exist is actually impressive, to the point like we play a game, like me and my homies, we play a game every now and again. It was like, okay, let's put our name into Google and put our name the Hedgehog, right? And we'll always get results. And one of my best friends, I'm not gonna say his name loud on stream so that you sandbag him later or anything, but he put his name into Google, and it was FeFe. I'm telling you, this shit was eerie, right? Where it was his name, the Hedgehog, but it was also his name, last name, the Hedgehog, and he didn't put his last name, and we're like, whoa, hold up,
that's weird.
And then we're looking in the description of the Hedgehog, and it says best friend blank, and had the name, and it was the name of his actual best friend in real life. I'm like, okay, whoa,
well, that's weird.
Whoa, and we're like, look, you're real in the Sonic universe. Yo, that shit's crazy. When
he actually made that OC himself.
I know, we were telling him, like,
just wanted to gauge your reaction.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, yo, did you make this? Like, I felt like you made this. Like, no, man. And he's like, no, man, I'm not no Sonic fan like that. I'm like, yeah, sure, man, okay. Like, it's okay. Like, we're all Sonic fans here. It's like, no, man, I didn't make it, I swear. And I'm like, sure, gotcha. That's crazy. crazy.
That's crazy.
Have you ever done that? Because I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna FeFe the Hedgehog. Hold up, I'm gonna do it right now.
It probably exists.
Oh yeah, definitely. Easy. All right. FeFe the Hedgehog.
I'm looking it up too. Just for funsies.
All right, I found FeFe the Hedgehog. The first two results are spelled the other way. There's FI. And I found one. Yeah. I mean, if they gave you wow, this one's really popular actually. If they like lighten her fur a little bit, then it does look like you.
Is it like the purple red one I'm looking at?
Yeah, the purple red one that has like the black eyeshadow and
the piercings on the ears.
Yeah.
The fishnets.
Yep.
On her legs and arms.
I see it. Oh, they have a 3D model of it. Whoa, this one's popular.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 3D model right now.
yo, FeFe, this is you. But not in real talk. I remember watching Sonic Prime, and that there's not Sonic Prime, Sonic Boom, the show, and there's this one character, chat. I kid you not. There's this one character, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm watching it with my fiance. I'm like, wait a minute, pause. That's FeFe. That's literally FeFe as a Sonic character. And then she's looking at her, and she's like, yeah, that is FeFe. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up, chat. No, I got it. I got you. Don't worry. Hold on. All right, give me 1 second, chat.
I'm looking at a fan drawing called Shadow the Hedgehog, and it looks kind of like me.
Oh, I need you to send that. All right. Oh, found it. Easy. If you guys watch Sonic Boom, then you probably know who I'm talking about off rip. All right. Easy.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Like, she has the red bow and everything.
Yes,
like,
yes.
It's
okay.
over for you. All right, so wait.
As soon as you started to go into it, I was like, wait a second.
All right, so there's FeFe. Yeah, see, yeah. The chat's like, is it Percy? Like, absolutely, it's Percy. Look at her. That's FeFe.
Yes.
that's FeFe.
Yep, I think I've seen this before. Mm-hmm. I forgot all about it, but yes.
Y'all thought it was capping. That's crazy. And
so funny.
And in that episode, everyone was like going Google Gaga over her. And I'm like, yeah, that's FeFe. That's FeFe. Like, oh man.
Stranger things have happened.
What's it called?
VTuber designs.
Reality is often stranger than fiction. Man.
You guys know I'm talking about with what's her name? Giga.
Giga?
Yeah, hold on, from V Shoujo. I hope I'm saying that right.
All right, let me see. Giga.
Yeah, Giga.
How do I spell that?
Geega.
G-E-G-A.
Not with Sonic characters.
All right,
this is a bit off topic.
Yeah. No, I got you. All right, Giga VTuber. All right, she's cute. So
yeah, but let's just say her outfit is very, very similar to a fictional character from, I believe, Genshin Impact, and it came out way after.
I remember that whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm like, I was looking at her costume. I'm like, wait a minute, this seems familiar. Like, and I remember when that blew up. Whoa.
That was a funny time.
Yep.
I was like, bruh. But yeah, the Percy thing. I mean, I just see the red bow. I mean, this is probably why I forgot about it, because I'm like, okay, she just has a red bow and light purple hair.
Which, I mean, I feel
silverish purple hair.
Yeah, it kind of goes in line with your hair color scheme a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a light color, within that range of purple, red, white, silver,
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see it. I don't really know this character, if she has a similar personality or anything. But
she's only been she's only been featured heavily in 2 episodes. and stuff. And she's very headstrong, very what's the word I'm looking for? Like take control of the situation type deal.
Girl power.
Yeah, well, not exactly girl power, but like in the sense where it's like, okay, move out the way so I can get this done because I gotta get out of here type stuff. It was like, y'all wasting my time. Because like she was in the episode that she was featured in, she got injured because she broke her bike, and everyone was like, "Oh, allow me to help you, allow me to fix your bike and all this stuff." And then she's like, if you just give me some tools, I can fix it myself. Like, but it was like, no, you're a weak, beautiful lady, and I shall take care of you. And then Amy's all like, "Yo, why y'all fawning over her? What's so good about her?" Right? And then the whole jealous type thing. Sonic Boom is good. Y'all need to watch Sonic Boom.
I never finished it. I really should.
Mm-hmm. Not the game. The show.
I know. Chat, should I play Sonic Boom on stream?
I would rather you play that over Forces. Easy.
Oh, I muted myself by accident. Lol.
Oh, man.
Really, though? Forces is that bad?
Yeah, it's just... And the craziest part about Forces? You probably could knock it out in one stream. That's the craziest part. So, man.
Do I have a Wii U? No. That's probably my dynamite or kryptonite. I don't have a Wii U.
I could send you mine. I'm not using it.
Nah, you can keep it.
I'm so ready to burn this thing. I keep telling my chat, as soon as Twilight Princess and Wind Waker come to the Switch, my Wii U is going to die. I'm going to set it on fire and give it a Viking funeral. Easy.
Lol.
Oh, man. But back to Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's shift gears a little bit. Sega, where is that trailer for Sonic 3? Where is it?
I know.
Man, I'm like, so you remember when they quote unquote confirmed not too long ago that Keanu Reeves is going to be playing Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
It's funny because there was no follow-up on that story because, enough people reported on it and then reputable sources reported on it, like the Hollywood Reporter and all stuff. But then, Paramount, Sega, they didn't come forward and like stating like the full cast or Shadow's actor or anything like that because we still don't have a trailer, so we can't. And then from what I heard, what the previews that have been screened privately to certain people, he hasn't even talked in those previews. So I'm like, Keanu Reeves would be. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say like I wonder like just like why one, they never confirmed Keanu Reeves, but they never denied it, so it has to be true. I mean, it's been months.
Right.
It has to be true. And like why is there like no trailer? Why hasn't he talked yet? We've gotten leaks from fast food ads about Shadow's appearance.
Yeah, like fast food ads,
trailer.
the toys and stuff. And I'm like, what are y'all waiting for? What's going? I was saying this. Like, this is my No Way Home. I mean, No Way Home is my No Way Home. But like Spider-Man No Way Home was so crazy. It's like, where's the trailer? Where's Toby? Where's Andrew? Right? This is like Shadow. Like, where's the trailer? Where's Keanu? Where's everybody? And at first, I thought that they were merely waiting for Knuckles to be out and about the show. And I'm like, okay, they're waiting for Knuckles. Knuckles is out. All right, you can drop the trailer now. And Knuckles like came and went. Like Knuckles came out in April, and I'm like, yo, it's July. It's 3 months after Knuckles came out. Where is the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, like one of the only things I can think of is that now, of course, this would never like become public knowledge, but like, I wonder if Shadow had another voice actor that for some reason did not work out, and so they quote unquote leaked Keanu Reeves as his voice actor, so no one really looked too closely,
right?
And they just hadn't had anything recorded.
I believe it. Like there has been situations in film that has happened, right? Where a certain voice actor or actor voiced their lines for a character, but then like not at the last second, but pretty much at the last second, someone else jumps in, is like, you know what, now I'm gonna re-record over this, and then they push back promotion or possibly the film itself until those lines were done, right? And there's two situations where that's happened, where it happened with Shrek, where Mike Myers wasn't the original voice actor for Shrek. It was another actor that was a comedian. I forgot his name, but he passed away during promotion. But he recorded a good chunk of his lines, but didn't finish. So they brought Mike Myers in to voice Shrek, and had to, complete the movie, and it pushed back production a little bit because of that. And then
they also changed his accent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like they gave him a Scottish accent, and that was
the
interesting.
Midwest that they initially had him do.
Yep. I'm so excited for Shrek 5. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I mean, you don't know anymore.
I mean, like after Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I'm confident because that movie. Have you seen you seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish?
I have not.
Fefe, I'm telling you, that movie.
It's fire.
It's so.
I know it's fire.
Fire. It's so. Look at you jumping up and down. So it's like I know. Then go watch it. Then what you doing, girl?
I know. I'm not a movie person. That's the only reason why.
Yo, like next time we hang, I just gotta glue you to a chair like Clockwork Orange style. I'm like, look at it, and just play Puss in Boots.
Look at it.
Like,
look at it. Look at it.
So, they did that for Shrek, and they also did that for Aladdin, the King of Thieves, where after Robin Williams stepped down from the role as Genie, they replaced him with Dan Castellaneta, and then Dan Castellaneta actually recorded his lines for Genie in King of Thieves, but Disney was able to mend the fence with Robin Williams, and then Robin Williams came in and re-record the lines over his for King of Thieves.
So weird,
right? Just like, damn, y'all, Disney kind of went out of their way to get Robin Williams back for a direct-to-DVD movie. That's crazy, but
yeah. I just wonder if like they had a voice actor lined up that they never announced, and it just ended up not working out. And we don't want anyone to know about it, and like this is pure speculation. I don't have any insider knowledge whatsoever, but like I just
Fefe works at Sega of America. She is a member of the Sonic team. She is Sonic.
I am Sonic.
That makes
Sonic
you a hedgehog.
Guys.
Oh, it's so funny how you said that. I've been watching a lot.
Hedgehog in disguise.
I've been watching a lot of Transformers lately. It's funny how you're saying that. I was just like, because
random. I can't wait for the new Transformers 1 movie. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no. Me too. That movie looks fire. Like we're all geeks here, chat. We're dweebs. We're super dweebs. I love Transformers, but going back to. Go ahead.
I really need to hear Keanu Reeves' voice as Shadow because, like, I don't know. In my opinion, like, it could be really, really good because Keanu Reeves is a good actor. I can't really think at the top of my head any voice acting roles that he's done. But, like, that man's a little bit older. So, it would be weird to have, like, Sonic who acts and looks like a Zoomer versus, like, Keanu Reeves, like John Wick. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like that would be like the good disconnect for like between him and Shadow, right? Because like Knuckles kind of had that whole aspect, but in a comedic way. Where he's like, I am an Echidna warrior. I do this, I do that. But then it's like the unironically funny thing is like, okay, you're kind of trying too hard. But that's Knuckles' character. He's like, I'm a warrior. It's like, bro, relax. It's like, okay, I shall have the fun. But then Shadow is just like, the world sucks. My best friend is dead. You all will die too. And like, there's nothing Sonic could say to make him like, yeah, Sonic, let's go record a TikTok or something. Like, no, like that you can never do that with Shadow the Hedgehog. But
no, but I don't know. I just like, yeah, I mean, he's technically over 50, but I don't want him to sound 50.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna sound 50. I think he's gonna do a good job. And I mean, if it counts, it like whatchamacallit, Cyberpunk 2070, is it? Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077, whatever. But Cyberpunk, if it counts, that counts. Like that's voice acting, but it's also he also did mocap for because that's
true.
It's him.
Dude,
so,
how
like,
can I forget about Cyberpunk, bro?
Yeah. And then
that game.
Oh, so you play that game, but you ain't gonna play. You ain't gonna finish Sonic Heroes, huh?
No further questions.
All right, guys. Stream's over. Goodbye. But in all seriousness,
Case, Your Honor.
in all seriousness, have you seen the videos where people have taken clips from like John Wick and
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and they put them over Shadow. Like it works. Or they animate Shadow using those voices. Like it works in my opinion. Because like even though even though Keanu Reeves is like, you know, he plays those serious gruff characters, he's still soft spoken. You know, like the way he presents his voice, he's soft spoken but gruff, which is kind of like what Shadow does all the time. Like Shadow rarely screams, and when he does, it's like he's like silent screaming. You know what I mean? He's like Chaos Blast, not like Dragon Ball Z, like ah! So. Man.
Yeah, I know. I really would just like to see a trailer. It's like I just spat all over my microphone. I just gave my microphone a good old
Hi the Haktua.
My microphone.
You know that lady is close to making a closing in on a
$1 million contract
for a what do you call a reality show. There you go.
Yeah,
man.
Honestly, you know what? Get that bag, girl.
Yeah, it's funny because people are so mad at her. It's just like, oh, yo, like, what she do to get her famous? Like, she didn't do anything. You guys got her famous. What do you mean? Like, y'all got her famous.
True.
She's just securing the bag. You know,
she's securing the bag.
More power to her. Like, bro, like she made literally
you guys turned down $1 million.
Right? She made $30,000 to show up at a club just to show up, and I'm like, damn,
show up.
That's crazy.
I mean, just from a meme, it's a little bit like of an outlier case because I don't know very many people who are famous for memes that have gotten like
the bag
rich overnight. Yeah, I've got a bag that big.
I can name another one. The Catch Me Outside girl.
True. Yeah.
She secured the bag. I'm like, all right. Like, and Numnum's like, and I'm out here struggling to make rent. Yo, get viral and secure the bag.
Secure that bag.
Secure the bag. But in other news,
trailer, Sega.
Yeah, release the trailer.
I'll camp outside your office till you do.
Please. All I want is Shadow to show up in the trailer, and then you just confirm Metal Sonic, and you confirm Rouge the Bat, and confirm Amy Rose. I'm not asking for a lot, just like 4 more Sonic characters to show up in the movie. Please. God.
Yeah, actually, you brought up Amy Rose, and that kind of makes me wonder, like, if Shadow in the movie, because you know in SA2,
yeah,
the reason people kind of forget this, and well, I think Sega's forgotten about it, because they never brought it up again. But in SA2, the reason why Shadow turned good is because of Amy Rose. Like, it's the only time where she's ever been useful.
And it's funny because, the fact that you said, oh, did Sega forget about it? Because remember, in the Sonic X anime, they fucking replaced that scene with Chris.
With Chris Thornton.
It's like, yeah, Sonic. You know, Sega's like looking back. It's like, you know what? Nah, Amy doesn't get her spotlight. Goodbye. Like,
I mean, I guess in Sonic X it makes sense because Chris is another human character.
Yeah, and he can, like, okay, another human kid. I see Maria and you. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
I could see it in Sonic X, but like, I mean, in Sonic 3, the movie, how exactly, if Amy's not in the movie, how exactly, unless they use a human character, like in Sonic X, which they very well
they're using Tom Wazowski. What do you mean? Shadow, you gotta save him. Saving them is a good thing. Thanks, Tom.
When they utilize human characters in the Sonic movies already, so unless they bring another human character to replace that role in the movie, how is Shadow going to turn good? Right.
Because that is a moment that needs to be pivotal within the movie. Like, if we're dealing with Shadow, we're dealing with the Arc. If we're dealing with the Arc, we're dealing with Gerald's plan. And if we're dealing with Gerald's plan, we're talking about world destruction by crashing the Arc. right? So we need that moment. Like there could be moments where like obviously it's a movie, it's an adaptation. They can shuffle around events and whatever, but the moments we need in Sonic 3 is Shadow's origin, Maria. Obviously Maria got cast, so like that we're good on that, right? We need. I mean, and here's the thing, like if it's tackling Sonic Adventure 2, then I've seen a lot of people like, oh, are they gonna do Black Doom? I'm like, we don't. They don't need to tackle Black Doom.
That's too much.
Yeah, exactly. So they do need to tackle the whole Shadow remembering truly what Maria said through another character, right? And if it ain't gonna be Amy, then who's, like you said, who's it gonna be?
So it'll probably be another human character.
Right.
I mean, they already use humans in this movie franchise, so
it
would just make a lot of sense, and it wouldn't be particularly hard at all. But I mean, like, I also have heard people theorize that maybe that's not going to be the plot line that they're going to go with. Like, they're not going to just make as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle the movie. They're going to like have Shadow turn good much earlier on, and then they're going to fight together another enemy that's like potentially not the Bio Lizard.
Metal Sonic.
Yeah, Metal Sonic. That's what they said.
Yeah.
So that they team up to fight Metal Sonic.
Yeah, and then like I'm good with that. Like they can either do the Bio Lizard route or the Metal Sonic route, which basically is like the Mecha Godzilla route for Godzilla Kong, where like, okay, Godzilla and Kong, they come together to fight Mecha Godzilla. And but the thing is, from what I've heard with the private screening of the first teaser for Sonic 3, is that apparently Shadow is going to be positioned to be the bad guy for most of the movie, so much to the point where Sonic and Eggman apparently have to team up against him. And I'm like, what? Like,
interesting.
Apparently they're like, and people made like sketches of what they saw in that preview, where it showed apparently at one point in the trailer, in the teaser they saw, Shadow effectively stranded Sonic and Eggman somewhere, and then like they give each other this like reluctant team up look, and then you see them walking towards a distance or whatever, and I'm like, okay, all right. And then like that would be an interesting way to put a spin on the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline, because if Shadow gets woken up by Dr. Eggman, and then Dr. Eggman works with Shadow for like a good portion of the movie, but then Shadow's like, hee ha, thanks for the emeralds, nerd. Get out of here. And he gets the emeralds and starts activating the arc, and then Eggman's like, okay, listen, if I don't help you stop Shadow, then we're all gonna die, including me. So maybe that's a way they could be positioned to fight together, and then that leads into the Bio Lizard. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but then how would he turn good? Are they gonna have Eggman turn him good? I mean, like, what are they gonna do? If, like, they go to space, to the Space Colony arc, like, they're gonna have to, like, come up with some reason to either have one of the characters, like, remind him of Maria's promise or whatever. Turn him good. Like Sonic says something, I don't know. And then Shadow's like, Maria! This isn't what you wanted. You didn't want revenge. Blah, blah, blah. And then, or, they just, for some reason, Sonic's like, yeah, I'm totally gonna just bring a human into space. Why not?
Oh, man. But, like, the possibilities, like, it's so funny. Like, I like theorizing. I like, speculating on all that nonsense and whatnot. But, I mean, at the same time, just, like, the movie is set for December. Right, and it's already the 7th month of the year, and we're like 5 months away from the movie. Where is the trailer?
Yeah, man, where is the trailer?
Like, give it to me, please.
Yeah. There has to be something going on at this point. Like, I would be kind of shocked if there wasn't like something weird going on. But right. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate and like spread rumors, when nothing's been confirmed.
Right.
But like, it's just so weird that they haven't even technically confirmed Keanu Reeves as the actual voice actor. Haven't shown Shadow at all in any promotional material. No trailer posters. I'm sorry, no movie posters. Like, at this point, I think a lot of movies have a poster of some sort. With a promo image, movie title, and then the dates.
Yeah, a teaser poster. They usually have one at this point. And I'm like,
they don't even have that.
Where you at? Where are you? Like,
where you at?
That's what I want to know. But with that being said, you know, a lot of people are hoping that San Diego Comic-Con will show us something. But I mean, a lot of people said that like, oh, there's no like there was no Sega or Paramount booth. San Diego Comic Con happens at the end of the year, right? So maybe we'll get something by that time. But even then, I'm like, maybe like they're just waiting. They were waiting for Knuckles to come out, and then they were waiting for the Shadow panel that just happened at Anime Expo. They're waiting for that to be done, and then that kind of simmers, it ferments a little bit, and then we get the Shadow movie. Because the funniest thing is that in interviews, Sonic Team is just like, yeah, this is the year of Shadow. You know, we have Shadow Generations coming out and the Sonic 3 movie at the end of the year. And like, yeah, the Sonic 3 movie. Where's the trailer?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the Sonic 3 movie. Well, tell us more about it. I'll love to know. Shadow's in it. I'm like, duh. Like, I don't know.
Dude, it would be so fucked up if like Shadow Generations is actually the problem.
You know,
like they're waiting for that to release before they actually go full
on
the movie promotion.
Nah, like it October? No. You can't be doing that. Please don't. Man.
I mean, I don't know.
Nah, because like I feel it works better for them if they were to get some promotion out for the movie to get even more people hyped for Shadow. And then they're like, oh, wait, Shadow's getting a video game? Let me buy that before the movie. Because remember how back in the day where there were like movie tie-in games were a thing? It's basically kind of like that. You know? It's not really, it's just that like, hey, Shadow's happening. Here's a what do you call it? A video game that, you know, if you like Shadow, you can, you know, play this game and get more Shadow. You can't get enough of Shadow, right? Man. We're getting trailers. That's crazy to think about. Like, today we got the trailer for Captain America Brave New World. And that movie comes out in February, right?
Yeah,
Shadow comes out like
insane.
Shadow the Hedgehog. The movie comes out in December and we still don't have the first trailer. What? Like
or any posters. We literally got toys, like render leaks that were, I think, taken down before the movie trailer.
Sega, what are y'all doing? Paramount, what are y'all doing?
What are they doing?
What I gotta do, huh? What I gotta do to see that? And you know, it's funny because like a lot of voice actors and a lot of actors from the movie, it seems like pretty much like the movie is, I want to assume the movie's done. Like the movie's like gone gold. They're probably like doing post-production, they're probably wrapping up editing and whatnot, but like everyone's done on their part in terms of like their acting roles, voice roles and whatnot. So it's just, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, maybe they want Keanu Reeves' lines to be completely done before they put out the trailer.
Right. Because honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the first trailer comes out and then Shadow doesn't talk in the trailer. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
But like, maybe they want to, again, like my speculation, they had another voice actor lined up, you know, that we don't know about, and then Keanu Reeves was just thrown in there, and then when it got leaked to, I'm putting on my tinfoil hat, yes, I understand. And then when it got quote-unquote leaked to the Hollywood Reporter, what if Keanu Reeves hadn't recorded anything yet?
Oh, yeah, that's actually a very big possibility.
And because there was some sort of fallout with another voice actor, that they want to make sure all the lines are recorded before they do any promotion.
Right.
Like, wouldn't that be like so ridiculous?
It would be. Like, I need to.
Stranger things have happened.
Right. I need some sort of like, what's the word? Interview or anything like that, like confirming, like, yo. So what happened? Like, why did it take so long for a trailer to come out? It's like, oh, like we had bumps in promotion, we had bumps in development, like this, and this. I hope an interview comes out for that shit. Ugh.
Yeah.
But
because like I doubt it. I mean, like the writer strike and like various union strikes. There's not any major ones currently happening right now, so I can't imagine like anything like that obvious, like pushing the movie back.
Oh yeah. We just, I guess we have to wait and see. It's just like they had me locked in since Sonic 2 when I saw that post-credit scene when Shadow was confirmed. Like they had me locked in for years now, and I'm like, it's almost time. But
It's almost time.
God, I don't want. I don't like. I don't want like the worst timeline. I don't want the worst timeline possibility happen where the movie gets delayed, and I'm like, don't do that, please.
Yeah, I mean, like, we had the release date like already announced, and then you have something like Spider-Verse 3. Their release date was April of 2024.
Yeah, and we still don't know when it's gonna come out.
Nope. Like that date came and went.
Oh yeah.
And I thought at the time when they announced the release date, it was like a year and a half in advance. They're like, boom, April 8th, 2024. And I was like, you know the exact date it's going to come out a year and a half in advance? That's really strange. And what do you know? Now there's no release date and we don't know anything.
Right. Ah man, I hope when that particular movie comes out, I hope they don't drop the fumble, because the way that Across the Spider-Verse ended, I'm just like, oh man, it was like,
I know,
and like you could tell in that ending is just like you could tell that it was supposed to be back to back. Those movies were supposed to release back to back, but
yeah, I mean, like,
oof.
I don't even think a lot of people realize. I didn't realize when I first watched that movie that it was going to be a two-parter
in 2 parts. Yep.
Yeah. Like that movie, I was like into like maybe the last like 30 minutes of the movie, and I was like, how are they going to finish it at this
like,
point?
Yo, how are they gonna fix things? And like, oh wait, they're not. Oh, okay.
They're not. Oh, it's gonna be another part. I didn't know that going into the movie. That caught me off guard.
It's funny because a homie of mine went into Infinity War not knowing it was gonna be a 2-parter, right?
Oh damn.
So when spoilers, when Thanos won, he was like, he's like, how are they gonna fix things? And then the credits roll. It's like, whoa, wait, what? That's how it ends. They lost. I'm like, yeah, they lost. Like, what do you mean? It's like,
get fucked.
Exactly. Like they got smoked. It's like, when are they gonna fix things? I'm like, what do you mean? Until the next movie. He's like, there's another one. It's like, yo, like Thanos wasn't gonna be stopped in Infinity War. That motherfucker was gonna win from the beginning. You can't see that shit. He was smoking everybody. Man, that was such a good movie.
Bro. Spoilers, bro, that movie came out like 10 years ago.
Not 10 years ago, but it's pushing it. God. Time waits for no one, FeFe. Holy shit. That movie came out 2018. And it's 2024. My God. It's like, don't you, like, the whole time we were talking, there has been 2 instances where I'm like, damn. I was like, to me, it's like that movie came out yesterday.
Why'd you have to say that?
Exactly. Like, that movie came out yesterday, or that game came out yesterday. So with Infinity War, I'm like, yo, that movie came out yesterday. I'm like, no, it's gonna be 6 years. No, it's been 6 years. Fuck, right? And then
I know at this point, I'm just overestimating times because normally I underestimate. So I said 10 years, and I was like, it probably has been 10 years. And I was surprised when you said it's only been 6.
Yeah, it's give it a couple more years. It's going to be 10. And then when we were talking about Sonic Adventure 2, and you're like, oh, that game came out in 1999. I'm like, no, it didn't. Don't do that. And I'm like, 2001. And in my mind, I unlocked a portion of my brain. I'm like, damn, Sonic Adventure 2, that game came out yesterday for me. What are you talking about? It's more than 20 years old. What do you mean it's more than 20 years old? I don't want to grow up. I don't want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Man, I was actually never a Toys R Us kid because my town didn't have a Toys R Us.
Oof. Toys R Us, that was legit Candyland. Man, we will never get a toy store that big ever again. That shit was like the Office Depot, the Home Depot of toys. It's like, it's crazy. Looking back on it, see, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 5th dimension. We just bounce off each other. We go off any tangent. Looking back on it, the amount of space that a Toys R Us would have And the amount of toys that would fill up a Toys R Us is actually insane looking back on it. Just like, damn, there used to be a store where it was a fucking warehouse full of toys and there was a shitload of different toys in that. That's crazy to think about now. And now some places you have like, oh, the toy section is just a room. Just a room.
Yeah, I mean, department stores are what killed Toys R Us.
Yep.
I mean, like, why go to Toys R Us when I can pick up groceries and toys?
Exactly.
That's kind of logic.
But then Toys R Us is like, no, you if you go to the department store, you can only get the Green Ranger. But if you come to Toys R Us, you can get the Ultra Limited Edition Gold Megazord. And like, I ain't trying to buy a $70 toy for my kid that's gonna break it in 2 days. Like,
exactly, man.
I'm buying it for me. Like, oh God.
I'm going to the Lego store for me.
Oh yeah, and it sucks because there's a Lego store in the mall near my house, and I always want to go in there, but it's always full of kids, and I'm like, man, y'all be touching all these Legos and getting your germs all over the place. I'm good. I just look at the Lego store. I'm like, one of these days, I'll come before closing so that there's no kids in here, man. And like, yo, did you sanitize the Legos? Can I play in peace? Jeez. But
yeah, I mean, I've been to the Lego store a couple times, and there's always like a couple of them that I want, but I always look at them and I either go, where am I gonna put that? Or two, that's way too expensive.
Right? Oh yeah, they're getting Legos are mad expensive now. And I'm like, man, what happened to shame? Like the Legend of Zelda Lego set with the Deku Tree, shit's $300, and I'm like,
yeah.
Who's this for at this point? Like, who is this for at this point, man? But did you buy the Sonic Legos?
The new one?
Not the new ones. I know there was a couple that came out like a couple of years ago, but I really wanted to get those, but those like sold out in my area.
Okay, so I have a funny story. So I did have a Shadow the Hedgehog set for Legos. It was a Shadow, and it came with his bike and his capsule.
And what happened to it?
Well, I built it.
Oh, okay.
It was about 135 pieces. Not too bad, right? Okay, so that was the first Lego I had ever built.
Okay.
I did it live on stream.
Oh no, the chat's setting me up for it. What happened to it? What'd you do to it, FeFe? What'd you do to it?
Okay, so I dumped out all the bags at once.
Oh my god.
And 135 pieces up, 3 hours go by.
You know what? Like the only saving grace is that you like it was your first set. It was your first set. Okay, beginner's mistake. All right, go on.
Well, I didn't really press the pieces together as firmly as I maybe should have, and I was literally on like the last 2 pieces. I was doing the capsule. It broke in half.
You broke it? FeFe!
Only 130 pieces, 3 hours, and I broke it. I pressed too hard.
I'll be right back.
I think that was too much. I think I broke this man. Dude, he left. I made this man leave. He gave up on life. My man has to ponder my man has to ponder life for a minute. Like, just give him a moment. Did you have to think about life?
I had to think about this cold one. Man! How do you break Legos?
Listen.
I'm all ears, homie.
Okay.
What?
Okay, that little glass piece on his capsule is difficult. It was hard. And it was like they just separated, okay, in my hand, and it went everywhere. I gotta show you the clip I took later.
Hold up. I'm searching up something real quick. All right, hold up. The Shadow the Hedgehog Lego set. Ages 8 and up.
Yeah.
Man, Shadow deserved. How'd you break? So the glass part broke completely.
No, I think it broke while I was trying to put the glass part in, and then the like outer shell of the capsule like just separated right in half because I think I tried to put that shit in too hard.
Well, at least you
hard.
at least you had the at least you have the Shadow Lego part.
Yeah, I got Shadow on his bike, sitting pretty on my desk.
Nice. You know, I got sitting pretty on my desk.
What?
You.
Oh yeah.
The no pregnant only breed, and now.
Yeah, then you twos.
Yeah, and now she's right next to the Roxas, the Roxas thing from Ichiban Kuji, the Roxas statue.
Oh yes, the one with stained glass.
Yeah, so nice. Yo, I need a Shadow figurine. That's what I need. I have a supersonic figure on my desk. I need a Shadow figure. Like, where are they, man?
I have my Super Shadow figure, and then I have one on my desk.
So wait, you didn't. No, we'll talk about that after the stream. After the stream, I didn't like. We will talk about that later. What I was gonna say. So let's talk. Let's gear back towards Shadow in the games. Shadow the Hedgehog in the games. What is your favorite Shadow? Like, okay, like I don't want to say favorite Shadow game, but what was your favorite experience controlling Shadow in a video game? Let's go with that.
I don't know, cause like, again, there's not really like a good game to go back to where you can play a Shadow and like it be like an enjoyable experience all the way through, because you have Shadow the Hedgehog, which, I mean, that will probably be the most enjoyable to play as, because, I mean, his gameplay doesn't feel too bad. And like, if you play it like New Game Plus, like expert mode, where you don't have to worry about missions, then that's probably gonna be the most optimal. I don't really want to go to Sonic 06 ever again. However, I have been like I've been trying to see if I could try out Project 06.
PO6, all right.
Yeah, and then I mean, I never finished Sonic Heroes, so I don't really know. And then SA2 is just really outdated, and so I mean, and then there's Sonic Forces, so I mean,
No.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
No.
Oh man, but
I mean, if I was ever going to play as like control a Shadow in a game, like I would either do Shadow the Hedgehog or do PO6.
All right. You know, that's why I'm like, it's the reason why I bring that up is because, like, you're right when saying that, like, oh, there's been experiences in the past where, like, okay, you know, I wish Shadow, or for the whole game, for that matter, would control better. But now we are on the cusp of Shadow generations, where obviously they're going to take cues and movements and gameplay aspects from both Sonic Generations and Sonic Frontiers, in which I'm like, this could be the time where like, okay, the ultimate, literally, haha, pun intended, the ultimate life form experience for controlling Shadow. And that's why I'm like really, really excited. We got, you know, the hub world to explore, frontier style. Shadow has chaos powers, and he's gonna get Black Doom powers integrated into his kit. I'm like, okay, man.
What do you think about the Doom powers?
I honestly think that so the only thing that I've seen that like, oh, straight up Doom powers is like the Doom wings, and that honestly looks really, really raw. But then going off of what we've seen with the Black Arms in Shadow Generation, not Shadow Generation, but Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm thinking like so how many different Doom powers can Shadow get in Shadow Generations? Where it's like, okay, we have the wings, but then like, you know,
did you ever expect Shadow the Hedgehog to actually get wings?
Yeah, they're trying to eliminate his relationship with Rouge the Bat. I don't need you, Rouge, anymore. I got my own wings. Like, man, like, so like it's really cool that this game is gonna be fleshing out his kit even more and more. Because I mean, like, Shadow was already a menace, being the ultimate life form with chaos powers alone, right? And now he's getting Black Doom powers. Like, he's getting these manifesting aspects of that Black Doom blood that, you know, despite Shadow the Hedgehog, he's never manifested up until now, which is very interesting to me. You know, like, damn, this is, you've been hiding this the whole time. That's crazy, right? So it's gonna be really interesting on what other aspects he's going to get. Like, is he gonna be able to manifest like the whips and vines from Black Doom into like grabbing enemies from afar, pulling them, pushing them? Because we only seen the wings and whatnot. Is he gonna be able to, like, you know, put them into the ground and have them rise up from a distance? It's like, the possibilities are truly out there.
Dude, what would be super fucked up if like he can do the same move that Black Doom could do in the final story of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
Paralyzes everybody.
Mm-hmm. That would be really dope if he's like imagine Chaos Blast, but it's a wave that like a Black Doom wave that like literally paralyzes everyone on screen, all your enemies, and then you like Chaos Spear or then Chaos Control to them easy, blah 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 blah, or just do it on
like
a boss.
When Shadow enters a room, like everyone just like freezes up like a statue, like they did in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, did Shadow use Chaos Control? No, he paralyzed everybody because of toxins. That would be really rad.
That would be like, super cool.
Did you also see, like, in the promo material, they had like a quote-unquote hint towards another playable character?
Yeah. And for the longest, I was like, okay, another playable character. People were like, oh, Rouge, Omega. And I'm like, honestly, like, that would be cool if they were to unlock, like, a Super Shadow route. Like, you beat the game, and then you're able to, you play the game over with the possibility of being Super Shadow. But honestly, now, since we got the panel, it might be Emerald. That's the second playable character. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like personally, I prefer if it was Super Shadow, but like after getting that promo, I'm like, it might be Emerald.
What I think what would slap so hard is if it was like a new special form of Shadow with all of his Doom powers.
Right.
Because they said
like Doom Shadow.
Doom Shadow. Like they said that he's gonna have to use all of his powers to take down Black Doom. So what if he has like a really fucked up looking form, like, you know, Mephiles' crystal form? What if it's something like that, just super fucked up looking, but just like his like all of his Black Doom powers combined? He just looks like a fucking monster. You know,
it'll be crazy if they not retcon, but like they errated the reason why. Oh, it's like, oh, why does Mephiles look like that? It's like, oh, because Mephiles is just evil. Like, what if Mephiles like, no, I look like this because this is what you look like on the inside, Shadow, and then. Yeah, and then like that's what Shadow.
Sega hire this man.
And he just manifests like that, but like with like imagine Shadow manifesting like Mephiles crystals, but with the Shadow color scheme. So he's not purple, he's red and black, but with like. Yeah.
Man. I mean, Mephiles literally is the Shadow of Shadow.
Yeah, yeah.
He took on that form because he copied Shadow's appearance.
Mm-hmm. That's what. Yeah,
that would be so Kino.
Yo, Give me that shit. Say like that would be raw. And it's like, oh, connecting the dots. It's like, oh, the reason why Mephiles looks like that is because like Shadow like was harboring that power the whole time. That'd be
He doesn't have a mouth anymore.
well, no, not that. No, give him, let him have his mouth, let him have his nose. Just like no, like no mouth, no nose. I'm like,
mouth.
Man, like I don't dislike Mephiles, but that design aspect always bothered me. I'm like, why'd you take his nose
never
away?
Explained why. No one ever acknowledged it.
Man.
Like, hey, bro, how are you talking with no mouth? No one ever acknowledges it.
He sends his brainwave out, and he's like, I'm speaking to you through my brain.
No, you can see his cheeks move though.
Yeah. It's
so weird. It's like, where's that going?
It's like those little characters in like those really like low poly 3D games that they're talking and their cheeks move, but they don't have like a functioning mouth. It's like wait. Like, oh god. But yeah, I would love that
shadow form.
Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't hate if Emerald was the second character, and then like okay, like I could see it coming, but I would honestly prefer if the second playable character was like a souped up Shadow. It could be Super Shadow, it could be Doom Shadow, like just another version of Shadow, like a big, because like it seems that you're obviously gonna get new Doom powers as you go, right? And when you beat the campaign and you want to play the game over again, with like hopefully the game like other Sonic games will have different missions. It's like, oh, you want to get all S rank, S rank under this time, or blah 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 blah. Now you do it with all of the powers from the get-go by choosing this form. And then people are like, oh wait, no, I just want to be just regular Shadow. It's like, all right, now you could choose regular Shadow or like final Shadow, whatever the form is. That's what I want.
I'm trying to look up something. Have you ever played the game Shadow the Colossus?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so you know what Wander's face looks like at the end, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No spoilers, but...
No spoilies. The game's so good, honestly. If anyone,
so good, bro.
If any of y'all have never played Shadow the Colossus, get in there. Have you played Have you played Ico? Or Ico?
No,
Ico?
I've only played Shadow the Colossus and The Last Guardian. Never played Eco.
It's funny, you played the second, like the third and the second game, but not the first game.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've seen playthroughs of it, so I know how it's a sequel. But other than that, no, I never played it. But
Gotcha.
like, yeah, I was gonna say like you have Wander, his normal face, and then how he ends up at the end of the game, what his face looks like. And I'm like, dude, that would just be so fire if Shadow had like the same thing.
That'd be crazy. But here's a question for you. Let's say Shadow does get like a Mephiles-esque form that's like Doom Shadow. How would you feel, and would you want that to be permanent? If he were to like, oh, I unlock all the powers of Black Doom, but this is who I am. Like, what if that it turns out to be permanent?
No, there's no way they would ever do that.
Yeah, like they wouldn't do that because like at this point, Shadow's way too much of a recognizable brand. Like you know, like nah, just don't.
His design's too iconic. There's no way they would do that.
Oh, and you know, Sonic fans would not allow that. They would. Updating the look of my character? Absolutely not. Yeah.
So yeah, I would honestly riot if it was like a permanent change.
Yo, I'm just thinking about FeFe. I'm just thinking about the idea of just like, okay, we get Doom Shadow, and then Doom Shadow with the Chaos Emeralds on top of that, like super Doom Shadow.
Holy shit!
And you know, like Sega has the capacity to do it because we got Super Sonic 2. All right, we literally got Super Sonic 2 in Frontiers. So I'm like, yo. Yeah, Sega, give us like Super Doom Shadow, Doom Super Shadows.
Honestly, like I wonder, like if they had something like that, if it would be like instead of glowing, like the white gold or whatever he usually glows in.
Yeah.
If you would just glow red, just pure red.
That would be raw. Like imagine if they swapped the colors, where instead his whole fur is like this shiny gold red, but then his quills turn gold or that white. Like they invert the colors to that. I'm trying to see if that would. I'm trying to picture that now to see if it works in my head.
I would
I
have to
don't know.
visualize it.
Yeah, I'm trying to visualize it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe like it's a bit knuckle-esque, and like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Which I mean, like, Knuckles doesn't have a super form, but he has something, right?
So I remember in the comics, he did have a super form. Well, I mean, in the Archie comics, his super form was green, and I'm like, y'all turn Knuckles
Interesting.
green. And then in the games,
green?
Yeah, that doll. That's funny. But in the games, Super Knuckles is like in Sonic 3, Super Knuckles was just like a lighter shade of red that like kind of like flashes in between red and then like lighter red or whatever. And then in Sonic Heroes, technically Super Knuckles and Super Tails was just like that glowing orb around them. And I'm like, don't call it Super Knuckles and Super Tails. They're just sharing the power. They're whatever, right? But Knuckles' super form, like until specifically stated otherwise, is just like a lighter form of red, like pinkish, you know.
Yeah, somebody said pink, and then somebody else said in Frontiers he confirmed he can go super.
Yeah, so yeah, he goes super in Sonic 3, but you know it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles or whatever. But it's not as drastic as you know Sonic turning yellow or Shadow turning like white. Yeah, like gold and then white gold and stuff. It's not as drastic as that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want like every Sonic character to be able to go super. I feel like characters can become more powerful without having to go super. Like, just expanding upon like their powers and stuff. Like, like Knuckles, he was the ultimate warrior in his tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Why not have him just be that fucking strong? Like, he is One Punch Man. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't need to go super. He just is powerful. And then
they do it like in the Knuckles show, the Flames of Disaster. Oh my god! I don't care what anyone says. I like that show. That show's funny. That show's funny as fuck. But
yeah, I mean, like,
having their own things, yeah.
Yeah, and like Tails, I mean, he doesn't necessarily need like fighting powers because I don't think every character needs to be able to fight. I don't think that necessarily makes like any character good if they can fight or not. I mean, you could have people that can't fight. I'm not expecting Crane the Rabbit to kick ass. You know what I mean?
Right? Nah, Cheese does all the fighting.
Yeah.
But like, Cheese is busted.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, make Rouge go invisible or something. I don't know. Like, I feel like they can make their powers more interesting. Or like, Amy, she could summon her hammer. What if she could summon like any weapon she wanted? Right. Or like her tarot cards. Bring back her tarot cards, bro. And then like, or like make it to where she's like a berserker type. Where she gets like super angry. I'm basing this off of one episode in Sonic X. Yes. Where if she gets really angry, she goes berserk and then she becomes like, you don't want to fuck with her.
Funny enough, that could be like based on the whole idea of like Rosie the Rascal and whatchamacallit, her alternate self in the, well, I mean, not, you can't do that anymore because that the Archie comics Ken Penders, you can't do that anymore. But like the alternate version of Amy, who was also called Rosie the Rascal because that was her developmental name. She's nuts, right? So like, yeah, she's pretty much a berserker character. I'm like, yeah, if she gets angry enough. But I like the idea of like everyone playing to their own strengths and stuff. And Heroes really like push that a lot. Especially with Team Rose.
Heroes goated.
Yeah, exactly. With like Team Rose and Team Chaotix. And it's funny how like, Rouge goes invisible. Espio can go invisible. I'm like, that's like invisible and intangible. That's,
I mean, I was literally just like rambling on like ideas, how like, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like they would need, like, I'm only bringing this up because Shadow's powers are being evolved. Mm-hmm. They can evolve the powers of other characters.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, like, Like, I mean, I'm really glad that in Sonic Frontiers they acknowledged Amy's tarot cards again. I'm like, finally, that hasn't been acknowledged in Sonic Chronicles, the worst
Right.
Sonic game of all time. I will stand by that. I don't care what is in Sonic Forces or Sonic Boom. Sonic Chronicles is the worst Sonic game of all time.
Ooh. Listen, Sonic Chronicles has its merits. Forces has none. All right, nah. Like, all right, I will agree with you saying Chronicles is not a good Sonic game, but nah, Forces is still worse in my opinion.
I'll have to play Forces and...
No, you don't! Don't do it!
I have to judge! I have to judge just for myself.
She's like, I got to know! Like,
I have to know! It's the worst of Sonic Chronicles. Dude, I watched Chris Wolfhart replay that recently, and I was like, man, this game's fucking so bad.
Sonic Chronicles, yeah. Oh man, I can't believe BioWare developed that game. That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's so weird because, like, okay, when they showed the trailer for Shadow the Beginnings at Anime Expo.
Yeah.
They showed a Gizoid there, and I was like, huh? Why are the Gizoids there? Because, like, the only thing I knew about Gizoids, because I never played Sonic Battle, although I knew of Emerald, the character, and what game he came from, and that he was a good robot. But other than that, the only thing I knew about Gizoids was from Sonic Chronicles, because you fight Gizoids in that game.
Yep.
So I was really confused.
It's crazy to think that Emerald debuted in Sonic Battle of all games. Like,
a game
dang.
Not many people have played,
Oh,
including myself.
You've never played Sonic Battle? Like, honestly, that game is raw as fuck. That game is actually really fucking fun.
What is it even on? What can I play it on?
Game Boy Advance. It's a Game Boy Advance game.
I'm dead. Okay, I mean, I have a Nintendo DS. Is
Okay,
it
yeah.
compatible with the Nintendo DS?
Yes. As long as that DS has a Game Boy Advance port, you're fine. You're fine. Absolutely fine.
I think it does. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, if it's as long as it's a DS and not a DSi, you're good.
It might be a DSi.
Does it have a camera in the front?
No.
Then you're good.
Wait. Yes, it does.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
wait. All right, are you looking at your DSi right now? Yeah. It's over.
Yeah,
guys,
I'm imagining what it looks like, and I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm pretty sure there's a camera.
If it has a camera on the front, it's Jover, you guys. It's Jover.
Yo, quick funny story. The first Nintendo DS I ever owned, it was the original. And I played that thing so much. I mean, I played it on the school bus. I played it everywhere. And I played that thing till it literally broke in half. I didn't drop it. The top screen started to separate from the bottom screen because of how many times I opened and closed it.
It's
I
funny.
wasn't rough with it at all. I literally just played it so much. Just the opening and closing repeatedly made the top screen starts to separate from the bottom screen. And I remember, I have a specific memory showing my friend on the school bus, like, hey, my DS is like split in half on the right side. It literally is detached. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I've heard, like, because the DS is actually like a really, really strong piece of technology, but I've seen like, oh, if you use it a lot, that will happen. And
happened to me.
It's crazy. Like, I can just imagine the school. It's like, hey man, look at my DS. Like, what's wrong with it? His head fell off. Like, oh man.
Dude, I was probably playing like some Nintendogs on the fucking school bus, petting my Dalmatian.
That'll do it. My DS, the way I put some hours into this is by playing the best handheld Kingdom Hearts game of all time, T5D Days Over 2. That's how that's how I broke that shit. Sonic Battles is a Game Boy game. Like, so, I know you probably watched a lot of Sonic animations online, like on Newgrounds and stuff. A lot of a lot of the 16-bit art, like the 32-bit art, like the pixel art of Sonic, Shadow, all those models come from Sonic Battle. So that's where they got it from in order to make those animations. So like if you see an animation where like a pixel Shadow does, like he throws a Chaos Spear, that's from Sonic Battle, like all that shit. So
interesting.
It's a good ass game.
Double check and see. I probably have a DSi, but you know, I never know.
Yeah, make sure you check. And if it's not a DSi, then you should be good. And Sonic Battle, you know, it's a fun ass game. You know, like Shadow gets his ass beat somehow, and then Rouge takes him back to her house to nurse him back to health. Yeah. No, she takes Shadow on a trip to Club Rouge.
Wait, is her club actually canon? Does she actually own a club?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
That's great.
Yes,
that's
like
great.
she I was gonna say that's not a bit, by the way. She owns like Club Rouge, bro. Well, Rouge is about it.
She likes to pate.
Oh yeah.
No, she's classy. She likes to get a nice glass of Chardonnay, you know, and just casually nurse Shadow back to health. You know, nothing going on there.
Nothing at all. It's funny because Shadow wakes up, where am I? And Rouge is like, oh, you're in my crib, Club Rouge. Are you feeling okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. All right, bye. Rouge is like, you're not even gonna say thank you? And then like, Shadow's like, what happened to me? And I'm like, bro, just say thank you. Like, damn, like, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, Shadow on one hand is an asshole, but on the other hand, I wonder, like, they probably won't ever go into this, but I wonder if there's a part of Shadow's personality where he's like, he's aware that he is immortal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder if he's like, I'm not gonna get like too close to anybody because they're all gonna die, and I live forever.
I feel like, okay, see, like Shadow Generations will be the game to like dive into that if possible. But I feel like a big part of Shadow's machinations is that like the reason why he doesn't get too close to anybody is because he's always on mission mode. You know what I mean? He's always on the job, even when he's not. He's just like, oh, there's only the next mission, and that's it, right? And it's like, if you're gonna help me on the mission, cool. If not, bye. Like, that is the extent of the conversation I'm about to have with you. All right?
Yeah, it's true. He doesn't really know what else to do with his time. Like there's only two modes to Shadow.
Yeah.
One is kick-ass mission mode. And then two is I'm gonna sit on this tree stump and just sit on this hill
and just wait for the next mission. Like,
yeah. And like I always interpreted that as like, okay, Shadow's gone through some shit.
Oh yeah.
He has some trauma, and I wonder if like he just like wants some peace and fucking quiet.
Right.
He just wants to like be in, like his way of coping with his trauma is just like sit and just be in solitude. He's like, I just want to sit here and just be in a peaceful brooding mode.
Oh yeah. I really hope that Shadow Generations, in terms of the conversations they has with the people in the hub world, fleshes out a little bit, in which that we get, like, it doesn't have to be too big of a glimpse, but like a little bit more into his machinations outside of like business mode. Just like, oh, like, you know, Shadow, what do you do for fun? And it's like, I do not have fun. Like, you know, because like it's funny because like, it's only after Sonic Adventure 2 where, you know, he kind of has like time to breathe enough to make quips. Like, he still makes quips throughout all of his appearances, right? But then, like, in Sonic Adventure, he's all like, oh, I found you, Faker. He's like, he had that whole fucking monologue ready. He's like, Faker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Like, you're not even good enough to be my I'm like, eat those words. You know?
Yeah.
But,
iconic.
Iconic. I love it. So, like, but since that game, he kind of has, like, it seemed they kind of shifted a little bit to like, I always don't have time for this, right? But in Sonic Adventure 2, he was always all like, all right, let's get this show on the road. He's like, oh, we only have 6 Chaos Emeralds. Like, that's more than enough for the demonstration. So let's get this show on the road. I want to say that's part of that was part of the con he was doing with Rouge and Eggman, because he always knew that he was like, oh, I'm getting these emeralds to just do Gerald's plan to destroy the world, right? But then to give that kind of like cause to dissociate with the others, it's like, oh, let me have conversation with these fools, because like, you know, if I give him any reason to doubt,
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
I saw that.
Ignore that.
I saw
that. That was a misclick. My bad. I'm clicking around.
But I was gonna say, he had that like moment for conversation to like, oh, like let me make sure these fools are off my trail for my real intentions. But I would like to see him have more conversations again.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's definitely not one for small talk.
Right. But that's the thing. It seemed that way in Adventure 2, but then afterwards, like, no more small talk.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, when he's like making casual conversation, I mean, if it's not like, let's get the show on the road sort of, you know, thing, I just remember in the parody game, the official parody game, the murder of the
Shadow the Hedgehog.
They literally had to make up a personality for Shadow.
Yeah, it's true, because I saw those interactions, and then, you know, I want to attribute the reason why Shadow was there and the reason why he had those conversations is that I want to attribute the idea that Shadow has a soft spot for Amy and Cream, because he kind of sees Maria in them, right? Because like,
yeah,
in the current comics, there are aspects where Shadow's like being really, really nice to Cream, like weirdly nice, and I'm like, okay, I kind of see this as, okay, you know, Shadow sees Maria in them, and he's like, okay, you know, like, yeah, Cream, let's go have fun. I'm like, Shadow, who are you? Like, did you see that panel where like Cream's like, Mr. Shadow, let's go have a picnic, and then Shadow's like, yeah, Cream, let's go, and I'm like, huh? Have you seen that panel?
I mean,
like,
no, I have not seen that, but I
got
totally
you.
Believe it. Yeah,
I got you.
Me.
Give me a second.
I think I'm not entirely familiar with what you're exactly describing, but I have seen, like, you know, browsing through like Twitter and stuff, I have seen like fan art of like Cream the Rabbit giving Shadow like a flower crown or something, and I always thought it was really cute, and I was like, oh yeah, a little sunshine rubbed off on him.
Give me a second. I want to make sure if this is canon or not. Like, I want to make sure this ain't fan art.
Yeah. I mean, what I was describing was fan art, but
right,
yeah, I'm curious as to what you're describing.
This looks real. All right, where did FeFe go? Wait, don't worry, I'll bring her back.
I went to the back rooms.
There she is. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, it would totally make sense.
This is fan art. All right, never mind.
Never mind.
But like, I still want to believe that that's a thing.
That really would like add to his character, you know, like I don't know, like, you know, Amy and Cream, you know, just being like, you know, and then you know, he just like he has like a calmer demeanor just because of his memories of Maria, just like gives him a sense of nostalgia, so he doesn't look so grumpy. I think that's I think that would be really cute in theory.
I think, yeah, but then I feel like people would like complain. It was like, no, Shadow's not supposed to do that. No, it's not supposed to do that.
They can't let Shadow be happy, bro.
Nope. And it's funny because there's people that are like, please let Shadow be happy, and then people are like, okay, here's him being happy, and then other people are like, at what cost, man? Look, he's so soft now. And I'm like, man, y'all can never be happy.
Dude, have you seen like the controversy like on Twitter? Okay, have you ever seen Naruto?
Yeah.
Okay, have you seen like the complaints people made about Gaara when he was like the really tragic villain in the beginning, And then in the sequel series, he finally found happiness.
Yeah, he
enjoys gardening.
Yeah,
and people were like, "Look what they did to my man."
What do you mean, your man? Your man is literally a traumatized child who did not know what love was, and like he was so traumatized, he fucking burned a tattoo of literally the kanji "love" into his forehead. And then when he finally started opening up to others, like starting with Naruto, like you can't be happy for him. Like he didn't get softer. Like he will still fuck you up.
He's still badass.
Yeah.
You know,
even when he lost the one tail, I'm like, all right, Fifi, don't get me started. Like I actually
but like they're similar characters, like Shadow and Gaara are similar characters. So definitely people would complain like people cannot handle that Gaara like enjoys gardening now, and he has a peaceful life.
He does,
you know,
and it's so funny because like now, like ever since he became Kazekage, he was like he has a peaceful life. He likes gardening. All the women in the village love him. He actually asks his brother for like brotherly advice and stuff. He's happy. He's a family. He has a family, and then he adopts 3 kids in Boruto. And I'm like, bro, let him live. Let him have his happy ending.
Let him live, bro.
Yeah. And remember, like Gaara and like at certain points, Gaara and Naruto saw themselves in each other, right?
Yeah.
And then just like, yeah, bro, just do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, Naruto's a little bit different because his personality is different.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Naruto went on to become Hokage. He has a wife, you know, 3 kids or whatever he has now.
Beautiful wife.
Yeah, he snatched. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, like, man, I was like, my boy did it. Look at you, Naruto. You bagged the baddest bitch in all of the Leaf. Let's go. Who said that?
I don't know who said that. I mean, I said it. I said it.
It was Fifi. Everyone, it was Fifi.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, people would not be happy if like Shadow actually got like any sense of happiness. Like, I don't know, like he can't just like go on and just like he can't pick up gardening. You know, people will be like, "What the fuck?"
It'd be so like sweet to see Shadow like have a hobby. You know, just like, oh, I'm really into this, and people were like, "Ew, wait, why did my voice so soft?" I'm like, shut up, man. Give Shadow a hobby, please.
Yes, apparently he canonically cannot smile.
That's bullshit. He smiled multiple times in the games, in the canon games, and in other media. We've never seen him do like a sincere smile, but he's always had like a smirk where he's like, "Ha ha, get fucked, loser." Like he smiled before, but like a sweet smile is just like, you know. I don't think we've ever seen him do like a sincere smile, but he smiled before.
Yeah, I don't remember a moment where he actually does that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like not even around Maria. Like, nah.
No. Like, you know, what if, you know, instead of now this wouldn't work because like Shadow's in gun now. He's a gun soldier.
I always find that so funny. Where it's like, yo, you work for the organization that killed your best friend. Like, that's wild to me.
I mean, so did the commander, technically.
Yeah, but the commander... Yeah.
I mean, the commander was Maria's friend too.
Yeah, but then I feel like but the commander blamed Shadow for that, not Gun. And I'm like, that's a weird way to go around it. It's
you're right.
It's like Gun killed Maria. It's like, yeah, but Gun wouldn't be here if you didn't exist, stupid. And I'm like, no.
Apparently, yeah, they did make amends after the Shadow the Hedgehog game.
They can amend these nuts, man. The fuck, like.
I don't remember where I heard it, but I'm pretty sure it's canon that like the commander of Gun like invited Shadow over to his house for dinner, and they like made amends.
Ooh. Does Shadow need to eat? That's what I want to know. Well, it's funny.
Yeah.
Like the Shadow need to eat. I remember when he stole that popcorn from that Chow.
Oh.
Like, so yeah, Shadow eats. Like,
Shadow eats. But does he need to?
yeah, but I mean,
Can his body literally just be fed from chaos energy?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he could just be chaos energy. He's fine.
Yeah. But like, just like imagine where like Shadow is not a gun soldier. He's like, this is kind of weird. It's a little bit fucked up. I don't really want to work for the military that killed a child. So I am going to go and become, I don't know, like a scientist, like a scientist of himself almost.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, this would never happen. But like it's interesting that they brought up Shadow's like original purpose in the trailer for Shadow Dark Beginnings. You said I'm supposed to be a manner of all medicines.
Yep. That was his original, like his quote unquote purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, it was to be like a foundation to be
to cure everything.
Cure everything. Yeah. To be a a cure of like all disease. And like if he is truly immortal, then yeah, he does inherently have the answer to like any and all disease. I'm not really sure why exactly Maria was never cured.
From my understanding is that like, okay, they created Shadow, but then after Shadow's like, all right, I'm alive, I can walk, I am the ultimate life form. After that, they're like, okay, we created him, but now we have to figure out what keeps him alive, what makes him the ultimate life form. Even though we made him, which is kind of funny when you think about it, okay, we made him, but then we can't figure him out, and that like the whole time they're just like, okay, we're trying to figure out this shit and how we can apply it to humans. And like it was too late, gun happened, and then
I guess so. Yeah, I wonder, like, it's just curious that they would bring it up again, that he was originally supposed to help cure disease.
All disease. Origin says, I'm supposed to be immune and help cure all diseases. Also, Shadow gets infected by the metal virus. Okay, all right, no, here's the thing. The metal virus, it's called the metal virus, but it's really just nanites. It's like, I
was gonna say, isn't it like just nanobots?
Yeah, it's nanites that like run rampant and turn you into machines, right? It's not really a virus by definition of like, biological.
It ain't COVID, bro.
Yeah, it ain't biological bacteria or viral, or just like they call it a virus because it works like one, but it's not really a sickness because it's just like, now that arc was fucked up, and it's crazy how like that what do you call it? That arc in the comics pushed Metal Sonic into an existential crisis that allowed them to like stop the metal virus. That was crazy because I don't know if you guys ever read the panel, but there was that panel where Metal Sonic went to a vial of the metal virus and then touched it, and like it dripped off his finger, and then that kind of put like into questions like, am I really alive? Because like the metal virus is supposed to infect all living things and turn them into that. But I'm already a machine from the get-go, and this thing is not responding to me. Am I living? Am I real? Am I not? And I'm like, damn. All right, that's kind of fire. And then that's when made him kind of go crazy. And it's like, all right, you know what? Fuck the metal virus. So,
yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting that they're bringing up like old concepts like they do, and I wonder if like Ian Flynn is actually like cooking something.
I believe he's cooking. I think he's sous videing the Shadow the Hedgehog steak. It takes a while. You got to get the water to the right temperature. You got to put the Chaos Emerald in the baggie and just let it simmer for like a year. I don't know.
The way you said that, I just imagined, hey, did you drop your phone in the pool? Just put it in a baggie with a Chaos Emerald for like 2 days. It'll dry right up.
It's like, yeah, the Chaos Emerald fixes everything.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely are interested in developing the side characters a lot more. I mean, they already showed that they're changing the characters from Frontiers. I mean, they literally sent Tails on a journey at the end of Frontiers.
Right, like self-discovery.
Yeah. And then, like, literally Amy's personality is completely different. She's not an annoying, fangirl, and now they're doing Shadow Generations, evolving Shadow's character more, which it's fine, if they because
If they do it right.
Yeah, if they do it right. No, I mean, like, because, like, it happens before Sonic Forces. It's like, okay, if they really change up his character, why isn't it reflective in Forces?
Well,
but really, at the end of the day, who gives a shit?
Right, of the Sonic timeline. But here's the thing. Did they ever confirm that Shadow's campaign is going to be within that of the time frame of Generations?
Yes, they did.
Oh, damn, what the man?
Yeah. It takes place at the same time as Sonic Generations.
I'm mad.
Why? That makes you mad?
It makes me, because you bring up a good point. Because it's like, this happens before Forces, and then Forces happens, and just... Nah, man, Shadow's gonna fuck up the timeline. His actions happen at the same time Generations, but he's gonna change...
Makes it to where Forces doesn't ever
Yes,
happen.
he's gonna fix the timeline for the better. Please, God. Man.
He sees Infinite in the future and just cracks his neck. He's dead.
It's all like, it's like he's gonna be like in Avengers Endgame. It's like if we can do this, change the timeline, why don't we just go find Baby Infinite and and then Sonic's like, first of all, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kill the baby. Kill the baby Infinite.
Baby Infinite. It's like, hey, listen, I'm just, and Shadow's like, listen, I'm just finishing the job that I apparently didn't finish in the future. But damn it. God.
But yeah, I mean, like,
now I'm not gonna be able to look at the game the same. Fuck.
And I mean, Forces isn't like that important. I mean, of course, they'll bring up the question of why didn't he use his Doom powers in Forces? But like, really, who gives a shit?
Right. Because they're gonna wipe Forces from the fucking face of the planet. Man, they're gonna Sonic 06 that shit. Man.
Yeah, they're probably not ever going to acknowledge it ever again. Unless they do. I mean, they're acknowledging Sonic 06 like now.
Yeah.
I mean, they put in Crisis City and Kingdom Valley. And they're bringing back Black Doom. So, yeah. I mean, they're making references to their failures.
Man, but like...
How are they going to explain Sonic 06 being canon, by the way? Like, they didn't do it in Generations. Like, are they ever going to? Like... Well, I mean, if there's a cutscene of Shadow talking to Mephiles or something, like... that would be the cutscene to know for sure. Okay, does anyone have memories of Sonic 06 or not?
Well, here's the thing that, like, if we're gonna be diving into the deep lore of it, there's like two ways to look at it, because I remember they in the Anime Expo panel, they had that timeline of events, and Sonic 06 was not on the timeline. I'm like, oh, look at Sega, they're not acknowledging Sonic 06, and I'm like, well, I mean, if we're taking it from
never happened,
exactly, if we're taking it at a literal standpoint, at the end of Sonic 06, the events didn't happen because Sonic blows out the
stages
the flame.
In Generations,
exactly, and then that goes into the line of thinking where, remember, Sonic Generations, it deals with the master of time master, whatever the fuck. So, I mean, like, despite events being erased from the quote-unquote timeline, you would think an entity like the Time Master would be able to, like, like, it happened, but you don't remember it because you erased it, but here, remember it now. So maybe that's their, side of it.
Like I said, if there is a cutscene with Shadow and Mephiles and they talk, and... Well, I think it'll be pretty obvious if Shadow has memories of 06 or not.
But, no origin. A Sega employee said they didn't have space to put 06 at the time. That's bullshit! There was like a big-ass gap in the timeline! Bro, I remember seeing that picture. I'm like, there's a huge-ass gap! Man, that's not... unbelievable. Nah.
I mean, I can only assume that's true if a Sega employee said it. I don't know.
Damage control.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe they were stuck on whether to include it or not because, well, that timeline's erased, or I don't know.
It's funny because I think maybe that Sega employee said it in response to a surprising amount of people lately have been defending '06, right? And then they're like, we're not going to include '06 because one, people hate it, and two, it got erased. And then they put out the timeline, and then Twitter makes such a big deal that, oh, where's '06? Where's '06? Where's '06? And they're like, wait, they actually give a fuck? Oh, okay, let's just say we didn't have space, right? So maybe that's went
maybe.
around.
One, I've played Sonic 06 like probably 3 times.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I was a kid when I played it, and I actually liked it at the time. And same with Shadow the Hedgehog. I still kind of like that game, even though it's dog shit.
Yeah, no, I like Shadow the Hedgehog too. But is it a good game?
No, it's not. It's not. But see, I will never defend Sonic 06. The only thing I want to know, and I actually had another point and I forgot it, but the reason why I give a shit about it is because, like, I would like for them to acknowledge it only for the fact that, one, why does Silver still exist? And
Right?
two, damn it, what was I gonna say? My brain's flatlining. What happened to Blaze?
Oh, she went back to the soul dimension. Blaze was in.
Explain that. Why is Blaze in the destroyed future? Why?
But Blaze is in.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't matter. Blaze showed up at the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, so she's fine. She's okay. She's okay.
Is that even canon?
Yes, did they confirm the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is canon? They
That'd be
confirmed.
wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. But I feel Silver does exist still because I feel like he might be what I call like a Nexus character, where despite the future being for the better, he still is going to be born. He's still going to be in existence. And then, like, okay, Silver shows up in future video games and blah, 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 blah. But now he just doesn't come from a fucked up future.
Why is Trunks here, though? He's from, like, 200 years in the future.
Yeah.
Why is he here in the present?
Chaos Emeralds.
He's like, you know what? I wonder, like, okay. If, like, here's what would make the most sense to me. If, like, this would fix so many problems, including within Sonic 06. If, like, let's say Sonic 06, The Destroyed Future, is a different timeline where that feature still exists in a different timeline.
Yeah, like multiverse.
So that's why,
mm-hmm.
So that's why when Silver, when he goes back to the destroyed future,
it's still destroyed. It's like, y'all didn't fix shit.
Still destroyed. Yeah. Like, hey, Silver, if you go back and it's still fucked up, that means you failed. But if it's still a branching timeline, and that he can't exactly move out of, if he stays in the future, then if he's just like, you know what, I'll just go back to the past again, and I'll just live there.
I'll just live there, yeah. Because I mean, like, no one's there, no one's waiting for him in the future. Blaze is gone, and then like everything went to shit. It's like, you know what? Fuck this timeline. Let's just go back. Like,
yeah, and like I wonder if, like, I don't know if they would ever acknowledge this, but like I wonder if like Blaze, if they'll like almost kind of retcon her story of like, okay, when she like goes up into the sky in Sonic 06 after absorbing Iblis, if like then she goes into the soul dimension.
That shit is so weird. Like every time I look at Sonic 06 stuff, and then I played Sonic 06 again not too long ago on stream, and I'm like, I was asking my chat, and I'm like, listen, I love Sonic lore and I study Sonic lore a lot, but like, so what's up with Blaze, man? Like, why is Blaze here? Yeah. Like, the soul dimension is not the future. It's a different like realm. What is she doing here? And then when she absorbs the Iblis trigger, not the Iblis, but she absorbs Iblis, I'm like, wait a minute, no. This is not how she gets her fucking fire powers. This doesn't make any sense. And then she goes away, and I'm like, what? Like, so I'm like, you know what? Sonic 06 is great. Like,
plus, like, it has to be branching timelines because, you know, Blaze absorbs Iblis in the future, and yeah, I mean, I guess Iblis could still exist in the past, but like, Solaris could not have been formed if Blaze had Iblis.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, it's fucking time travel. It never makes any sense.
Right. And the funniest thing about all of that is that at the end of Sonic 06, where they go into the past and then they blow out Solaris, it's like the funniest thing about that is that the notion of timelines and multiverse and blah 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 is that them blowing out Solaris is such a radical event in which, like, bro, would Sonic still be who he is at that point in time? And then two, how do you have the kingdom when the basis of your kingdom was like eradicated before the kingdom became what it was like at your point in time? It's like, oh, because it always existed at this point in time. They always knew it was the Solaris. Yeah, but like, if they blew out the flame, then it would not, their kingdom would not flourish to the point we see Elise, grow up to be in. And man, whatever, bro. Sonic 06 sucks. Like, oh god.
Oh jeez. Wait.
What about Sonic Frontiers DLC? Is it a different timeline as well? So the deal with Sonic Frontiers DLC. Well, I'm not FeFe's here, so spoilers or no?
Spoilers. Like I haven't played it, but I know everything that happened.
Oh, so you know.
I know.
So do you care? Like,
I'm assuming I know. I watched other people play the DLC. I just didn't go back and play it myself. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Should we talk about it or no? Because if you don't want me to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it.
What? Talk about what? Like,
no, about the DLC for Frontiers.
Like I said, I've seen other people play it and like the new cutscenes and whatnot.
Okay, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. So like,
spoiler warning for our Frontiers, I guess.
Yeah. So the deal with the Frontiers DLC is like it's the better ending where they do like they create an event where Sonic goes back in time a little bit in order to get the optimal ending from what he did. It's Kingdom Hearts. Like Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Frontiers, the Final Horizon. It's Kingdom Hearts to Remind. People don't like Sonic fans for some weird reason. They don't like hearing it. It's Kingdom Hearts to Remind. Literally, in terms of story, in terms of offering, in terms of bosses. Because like FeFe, check it out. More playable characters: Roxas, Aqua, all that stuff. Knuckles, Rose, Tails. Boss rematches that are harder. Data battles in Remind. You have to refight the Titans. You have to refight the Titans in Frontiers. And then a better ending. Sora goes back to the past in order to save everyone's life and restore Kairi in order for Kairi to be in the better ending. Sonic destroys the end fully and utterly, so we have the true better ending. It's Kingdom Hearts to Remind, people. Final Horizons is Kingdom Hearts to Remind. It is. Like,
my mind's blown. You're like, so right.
Oh man.
And both are canon too.
Yeah. And then people are like, oh, Supersonic 2. Double form. Like Sora gets double form. What do you mean? God.
Yeah, and that is crazy. They literally just pulled a Remind.
Yep.
For Sonic Frontiers.
Mm-hmm. So like the deal with timeline of that is just that, like, okay, they erased the previous timeline in order to have the optimal timeline for Final Horizon. That's what they did. They're like, okay, Sonic defeated the end in the original ending, but then the end is like, I am eternal. I'll always come back, blah, 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 blah. Right? And they're like, okay, we did it. And then the whole, like, if you actually listen to the music, which is actually really nice in Final Horizons, they're like, oh, a better future is waiting for you, in which you go back to the past a little bit, you fix everything, and then give Sonic a form that is powerful enough to completely destroy the end, which you do, and then that's the better ending. Now we don't have to worry about the end showing up. That's stupid ass purple moon, bro. Like,
yeah, I hated that ending boss fight.
That shit sucked. Man,
it was so bad, and I was like, "Bro, did they literally just rip off Nier Automata?"
Yeah.
For Sonic, for the ending of Sonic Frontiers, did they really just rip off Nier Automata?
Man, I was like, I'm not out here. I'm not out here playing a Sonic game to play a bullet hell. What am I doing here? Like,
right?
Just. And you know what's funny about that? That apparently that segment is only available if you play it on hard mode. Right? That segment.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Okay, I've seen videos where people
They don't do that, right?
When they don't fight the boss at all, and I was like, wait, how did they just skip the boss fight?
Yeah.
And like I looked up online and people were like, oh yeah, you only play it if you've played on hard mode, and I was like, I don't remember playing on hard mode, but and I was like, maybe I did, but I really wasn't sure. So okay, I knew it, bro.
Man.
So yeah, I mean, like, I guess I never really put 2 and 2 together because the only way I saw Final Frontiers was that, nah, they knew they didn't really leave it in the oven long enough, so this is just a way to fix the ending.
Right. But,
The end, you don't fight the end at all, like, after Final Horizons, do you?
No. So in Final Horizons, the final boss was like the end.
Supreme.
Yeah,
right?
the Supreme. But like
Yeah.
it's connected to the end, and then you use the Supreme's cannon to blow up the end completely. Using Supersonic 2.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, Frontiers' story overall, like, I'm sorry, that shit didn't really make any sense to me.
Like, it was cool that they gave an origin story to the Chaos Emeralds finally, but then,
Nani?
Huh?
Did I just completely miss the whole story? Because, like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, no, in Frontiers, they revealed that the Chaos Emeralds came from space, and they're, like, brought to Earth by those alien things. The chaos-looking things.
Right.
I mean, like, so it wasn't like a real origin story. It's just that we now know the Chaos Emeralds were not from Earth. They brought them to the planet. FeFe, please.
I'm going to have to ponder on this for a while because I'm not even shitting. I played the entirety for Sonic Frontiers, and after I beat the end, I was like, I don't really know what happened, but cool, okay. How is it that I did it? Okay. I don't know. Am I the only one? Because, like, the only thing I got was that this ancient civilization was wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
That is all I got from the story.
Yep.
But why was there a Master Emerald on Angel Island?
I don't know, because apparently the Master Emerald is still the Master Emerald came from Earth. It's like from what we know, the Master Emerald is of Earth, and I'm like, okay, so the Master Emerald is of Earth, but the Chaos Emeralds came from space. What? Like, so
yeah, I don't know.
I want to assume that, like, okay, I want to assume that the Master Emerald was built in the Chaos Emerald's image. And then at the same time, like, we have no basis on that, because you would think from the way the Master Emerald works and the name of the Master Emerald, it suggests that it came before the Chaos Emeralds, but then...
I'll be honest, I don't know much about what the Master Emerald even does.
So the
I forget its lore.
Yeah, so the Master Emerald was, like, controlled and, like, utilized by the Echidnas to be the inhibitor to the Chaos Emeralds. Like, the Chaos, like, the Master Emerald controlled the 7 Chaos, and then the Chaos is a power that is reflected by the heart. And the Master Emerald is able to, as the name suggests, hold dominion over the other Chaos Emeralds. So, like to be extremely reductive, the Master Emerald has the power to nullify the Chaos Emeralds.
Interesting. And just make Angel Island float for some reason.
Yep.
It's big.
Oh, man. But the lore of the Master Emerald in the movie is wild. It's like, yeah, we're going to make the Master Emerald out of the Chaos Emeralds. I'm like, okay, all right. And then they restored it anyways. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, man.
It's just so funny, like, changing the lore of the Chaos Emeralds. I mean, not necessarily changing the lore, but, like, it just brings up a lot of other questions. Like, Sonic Unleashed, for example. Why do those temples restore power to the Chaos Emeralds?
Yeah.
Why do the Light Gaia temples restore the power of the Chaos Emeralds?
Why did the Chaos Emeralds only half of their power got absorbed by Chaos, and then, Sonic was able to tap into the true power even though they all look like they didn't work? Trust me, FeFe, trust me, FeFe, as a Zelda fan, we go through the same shit. Like, we went through, the Master Sword was created by the Seven Sages. Okay. The Master Sword was actually created by the goddess Hylia, but it was made as a God's Blade. Okay. Actually, in Skyward Sword, you take the God's Blade, as Link, you reforge it into the Master Sword. Okay. All right. So, that Sages thing was a lie? we go through that shit.
I was just thinking to myself, wow, no wonder in Sonic Forces they literally just shat out the Phantom Rubies as a concept. Literally they just shat out that whole concept.
I love how the Phantom Ruby was a big thing in Mania, and then they're like, you know what? They're gonna use it in Forces too, connecting the games. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, the Phantom Ruby is gonna be a thing in that. That's why I was kind of scared that the Phantom Ruby was gonna be a thing also in Frontiers from the first teaser. And I'm like, okay, all right, the Phantom Ruby's not here. Chaos Emeralds, got it.
Yeah, but they're all destroyed now, so.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm right here in the room. I just need to grab something. Woo!
Sonic lore, am I right?
Okay.
So Shadow, badass, right?
Yeah, he is. He's bad and he's got an ass. Who said that?
What? Man, he's so flat.
Yo, now don't do my boy dirty. Yo, give him some cheeks. He's supposed to be the ultimate life form. What's the ultimate about
but that? Huh? No cake.
Is that right?
Where's his cake?
Man, no ultimate cake, bro. Man.
Oh shit. Don't worry, Rouge will take on that responsibility for it.
It's so funny. Every time on my timeline when I see people thirsting for Rouge, or Rouge, she bad. I'm always like, all right, man. And then, do you remember that one clip of Scooby-Doo, the old-ass Scooby-Doo cartoons, where they had that crossover episode with Batman, where they're going to the Batcave, but they have to blindfold the rest of the mystery gang, right? And Shaggy's like, "Say, Batman, when we get back to the Batcave, can we have a little snack?" And then Batman's like, "Yeah, don't worry, Shaggy, we'll all have a snack. Bat milk and cookies for everyone." And he turns around and is like, "Bat milk?" So every time I see people thirsting over Rouge, I always drop that clip in their mentions bat milk.
Ayo. Bat milk and cookies.
Oh my
Here's
god.
Some bat milkies.
Man, Rouge the Bat.
Man.
People are like, Rouge the Bat, more like Rouge the Batty, and I'm like, all right, man.
You know what? She winning. She's winning. She literally gets to be the sexiest character on the Sonic team. And she's Shadow the Hedgehog's best friend. I mean, she's winning.
Yep. She really is.
Rich.
Man,
she's fucking rich.
I remember when they first introduced her character, I'm like, all right, so Sega and Sonic team, they're going for the what do you call it? They're called sex icons?
Sex symbol.
Sex symbol, there you go, thank you. They're going all right, so they're going for the sex symbol, right? So Rouge is gonna be Sonic's sex symbol. Got it. Right? And lo and behold, yeah. I remember when in the original sub for Sonic X, they obviously censored it, right? When Dr. Eggman was just looking at Rouge. And you know how Dr. Eggman is you know how Dr. Eggman is 6 feet tall, and he's looking down at this 3 foot tall bat, and he's looking down at her, and Rouge's like, "What you looking at?" And he's like, "You got pretty big tits for a bat." And I'm like, bro!
I remember this.
I'm like, yo, Dr. Eggman, back up.
I remember this.
Yo, beef jerky.
That's only.
Beef jerky's like, huh? I'm like, me too. I was like, huh? Like,
it's only in the Japanese version, right?
yeah, only in the Japanese, right? Obviously he's not gonna say that in the 4Kids version.
No. Oh, dude, man.
Oh, God.
Not like they need to bring back any of these concepts, but like, man, Sonic X, like, pretty dark sometimes.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, I can just remember that one episode where Shadow goes on a mission. He's like, I'm gonna murder this fucking plant. And like the entire episode is trying to stop Shadow from killing
the plant.
Cosmo
Yeah.
in cold blood.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, she's a spy. I'm going to murder her. That is literally the whole episode.
The funniest thing is that hallway scene where Sonic tries to stop him and he's just like, out of my way. And then Tails tries to stop him and he beats the shit out of Tails. It was like, bro, you really thought you could do anything against the ultimate life form? And the funniest thing is that Tails killed her anyways.
Yeah, I mean, well, she sacrificed herself, but you know.
Nah. Tails hit the button, shot that laser, ba-doom. And the craziest thing is that, like, obviously that was censored in the American version, but when it happened in the Japanese version, it was like, Cosmo's like, Tails, I love you. Tails is like, Cosmo, and blows her up. And then, like, as that whole scene was happening, the fucking sad ending theme, the sad Japanese ending theme was playing in the background. I'm like, oh, so it's one of those anime moments. Gotcha. And then
they went full anime right then.
Oh yeah.
Let me just kill my girlfriend and cry and have the anime music play in the background. That is peak anime.
Oh god,
yeah,
what was
man,
that?
I can still remember that episode.
Yeah. What was that arc called? It was like the Villabots, Virobots.
No, it's the
Metabots.
the Z something. It starts with Z.
Zetabots. Metalix, there you go. What did I say? Yeah, Metalix. Yeah.
I don't know why I said Z.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Metarex.
Metarex,
Yeah,
alright.
Thinking of something else, I think.
No stupid robots, man.
Yeah, the Metarex were interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Remember how much of a chokehold that episode with Dark Supersonic had with the people? Where
I know.
Where it's like, oh, Sonic, you're like, you now know the pain of loss. Now we shall test your skills. The gold will test your power. The silver, your speed. And like these two Menarexes came out, and then Sonic's like, and just like obliterates them in the next frame. I'm like, oh man, so much for that.
All right, let's test them out.
Yeah, let's test them out.
Dude, that was a cultural reset.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like, he looks so badass, and then Eggman comes out of nowhere. He's like, Sonic, I'm disappointed on you. Shame on you. Wagging his fingers like, no, Sonic, you're not supposed to be like it. And that's what fucking, knocked him out of that form. I'm like, really? Really? Dr. Eggman wagging his finger at you is going to knock you out of the most badass form you've had in years? Like, all right, man. Sonic 06 is great.
It gave me the whole Ansem talking to Aqua. A guardian of light acting out in anger? Shameful.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, wielding your key and yeah! Eggman really gave him the fucking Ansem talk. That's crazy. Wielding your key in anger? Shameful. Fuck. Oh, God.
You're like, get out of here, bro.
Man, Eggman's out here acting like Sonic killed a person. It's like, bro, they're robots, man. They do that shit all the time. That's probably why Eggman was mad. Is like, I can't stand to see other robots get killed, like, and get destroyed by Sonic like mine. I know that feel, bro. I know that feel.
Technically, the Metarex, at least the main Metarex villains, they were technically plant aliens inside robots. But you know what? We're not gonna get into that. I would say, I don't know. I think I am a bit softer on Sonic 06 because actually that's how I got into Sonic.
FeFe lore.
I know.
And
so
what?
Like, okay, so the very first Sonic thing I ever consumed was I went to the video store and I rented Sonic X, the Space Colony arc episodes on DVD.
All right.
Rented that from the video store. And I just watched that, and that's how I got into Sonic. So literally, the Space Colony arc episodes of Sonic X.
Okay, so
Shadow.
Yeah, vicariously through Sonic Adventure 2 vicariously through Sonic X. Got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I got into Sonic.
Nice. Wait, so you said you got into Sonic through Sonic X, not Sonic 06.
No.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I was about to say, I'm like, oh, okay. All right, I was like, whoa, I'm surprised you're a Sonic fan after that, bro. What? That would have. Okay, all right, cool. No, all right, that's a great way to. Yeah, that's a great way to get into Sonic. All right. Whew.
Yeah, and then after that,
I just
the timeline.
I just wiped the sweat from my brow. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I think the timeline goes, if I remember correctly, I watched those episodes of Sonic X, and then I just kept watching Sonic X, and I don't think I would count the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic games as Sonic games. So my first ever Sonic game was actually Sonic Rush Adventure 2.
Oh no, those are good games to start.
No,
Rush and Adventure 2, hell yeah.
Rush Adventure 2 is still one of my favorite Sonic games ever. It's honestly one of the best 2D Sonic games.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, I love the Rush games.
I never actually played Sonic Rush 1.
Rush Adventure's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And then after that I played Sonic Chronicles.
oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Then I played Sonic 06, and then I played Shadow the Hedgehog. Or maybe it was backwards. Maybe I played Shadow the Hedgehog first and then Sonic 06.
Damn, that just
I think maybe that was it.
that just shows I'm old as fuck. I got into Sonic from the Sonic 2. And that was my first Sonic game. And then Sonic 3, and then Adventure 2, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then Heroes. Oh, I love Heroes. But Sonic Adventure 2 literally molded like a good percentage of like me. Like Shadow the Hedgehog. That's why we're talking about Shadow the Hedgehog here, because like FeFe and I are just uber Shadow fans. Like Shadow molded me like hard. I'm like, okay, yeah, Shadow. Fuck Sonic. Like I was like the biggest Sonic stan back in the day, but I saw Shadow. I'm like, you know, the meme is like, I don't want to play with you anymore. Right? That was me when I first got like a hold of Shadow. Like, nah, Shadow, he's him. That's him. That's me. That's let's go.
I mean, Shadow was like one of the first things I was introduced to in the Sonic franchise, and I kind of skipped over this fact, but when I rented that DVD and I put it in, actually on the DVD I rented, before I booted up the menu for Sonic X, it actually played a trailer for Shadow the Hedgehog. And I mean, like, the intro, I am all of me, like, as a trailer.
Oh, I know that had a chokehold on you. Ooh.
Dude, okay, so this is how young I was. I boot up the DVD. That trailer plays before the Sonic X menu. I watched the trailer and I was like, this is scary. I don't like it. I was scared by the Shadow the Hedgehog trailer.
Shadow's too angry. It's so scary.
No, like literally the trailer, the trailer was, I think, just the CGI like opening, or like the intro to I Am All of Me, and I literally I was like, this is really scary. I think I was too young to see that. I don't know, maybe.
Shield my eyes from this T4T game.
What's funny is that I was, watching the episodes, right? I didn't watch it all at once. Each time I booted up, it would play that again, right? Yeah. And after a while, I was like, this is cool. I like this.
It's like, all right. Like, now we're feeling it. Man. But honestly, I don't think I'd be where I'm at today if it wasn't for Shadow the Hedgehog. That's my boy. That's crazy.
Shadow just hits different.
He does. That's why I'm like, Sega, Paramount, release the trailer. Like, God.
Drop the trailer.
Man, give me that.
I'm looking at both Sega and Square Enix right now, and I'm like, drop the damn trailer.
Please, now, thank you. God. But I was about to bring that up. Vader said, yo, Shadow deserves to be in Smash. I was actually surprised that he wasn't in Smash. And I'm like, he could have been an Echo Fighter and you change like a couple of his moves and hitboxes. But
Yeah.
man, I'm like, how you gonna put Ken from Street Fighter? Like, Ken was the original Echo Fighter. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that. Shadow the Hedge. Oh man. Here's hoping Shadow's gonna be in the next Smash game.
Are you sure? Like they're gonna make like a new Smash game?
Yeah, so like obviously Smash Bros is way too lucrative for Nintendo to not make another game. But like Sakurai said before that if and when a new Smash game comes out, it's not gonna be like Ultimate. Like Ultimate is probably going to be the last like version of Smash as we know it at this point. And then whatever comes next is gonna have probably a bit of a shakeup. Like, there's no way we're gonna get like Ultimate 2, where like all these characters come back for the next match. No, there's gonna be a shitload of cuts, but I think Sonic is not gonna be one of those cuts because he was the one third-party character that survived in all the Smash games because he was introduced in Brawl and he came back for Smash 4, but Snake was cut, and then obviously they both came back in Ultimate. But I have a good idea that like if we were to get another Smash game, Sonic is gonna come back, and Shadow, please, like Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, I would totally think it would make sense if Nintendo just made like a remaster of Smash Ultimate for like
The next Switch
console.
Yeah.
For one reason. Ethernet cables.
Please, like the next console absolutely needs better in it. Like everyone's like, oh, I need 4K, I need this much power. I'm like, yeah, sure, power.
I just want Ethernet cable.
Yeah, it's like the power is good, but I want a Switch that actually has like I want a Nintendo console that has good internet. And it's funny because the OLED dock actually has an Ethernet port, but it doesn't. And my OLED right now is connected to the internet through Ethernet, but it doesn't matter because the fucking port caps the fucking internet at 10 megabytes a second, right? And I'm like, what's the point of the Ethernet cord? I have 2 gigabyte fiber, and the dock here can only process 10 megabytes a second. And I'm like, that's so stupid. Oh my god. So
yeah.
But it's stable.
Like, I just remember Sakurai being like, please do not play Smash on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you put a proper Ethernet port in the Switch docks,
if y'all had a better fucking internet infrastructure, like, God.
Yeah. So, like, I could totally see a remastered version of Ultimate on the next system where they would,
have better internet.
Those issues. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a better connection, I think, would totally justify a remaster version of Ultimate.
Yep. Honestly, I'll be fine with that. Like Ultimate for the next Switch, all the DLC characters included, so like you don't have to pay for all those things. Like from Joker to Sora, they're all in. And maybe if they're feeling generous, which I feel kind of like a mixed bag towards, is like, oh, they add more characters on top for the Ultimate Plus edition, whatever the fuck, right? And then Shadow, and whoever said Waluigi in my chat, fuck that, man. Yo, I don't ever want to see that motherfucker in Smash. Period.
Okay, am I kind of insane that I really want Sora to just be the last character in Smash?
Exactly. Like, I thank you. That's why I'm like,
am I insane?
No, you're not, because that's why I was like, I was kind of iffy, right? In the back of my head, I was like, okay, if they are generous and add more characters, cool. But I'm like, I'm actually like, no, don't take that away.
Magic of Sora
do not take away Sora being the last character. Like, don't take that away from him. And I know I know we're gonna get grilled for that. It's like, no, y'all just greedy. It's like, no, more characters. And like, no, I like. That's Sora's title now. Like, that's him. Like the final ultimate character.
Mario at the end, bro.
Yeah, bro. Final character. If we get more characters, next new Smash. All right. Like, oh god.
I mean, like, I just have such a clear memory of the Sora trailer dropping. I know this is super off topic, but I don't
No,
give a
go
shit.
for it. It's like, yeah, this is the fifth dimension. Like,
I just remember I'm getting ready for work. The Sora trailer drops, or rather, the live stream starts for the final character, and I'm like, it's not going to be Sora. I'm in ultimate copium of like, it is 100% not going to be Sora. It's gonna be, I don't know, somebody else. And then like the shot of the fire being thrown, and it turns into a Keyblade, and it's Sora. Dude, I'm getting ready for work. I'm doing my hair. I literally just start bawling in my bathroom, and I slide down the wall, and I'm just wailing. I'm so happy. I'm literally crying. I was so happy.
oh man, I could just imagine that. Like Phoebe put up her hair and sees the thing, just like bawling, crying, mascara running. It's like yes, like
I'm like, damn, I was supposed to be getting ready for work.
man, I'm so glad that in the end, everybody that was saying shit about Sora in Smash, making up all these different reasons why he couldn't be in, why it would never happen, just like, shut up. Stop, like, you and your armchair, like, associations and, like, what do you call it? Ideas and speculation. Get out of here. Man, Sora is the ballot winner, the highest requested character to be in Smash. He is a video game character through and through, and he's the final character in Smash.
Yeah.
They made a slot for him. That's crazy, man.
Crazy. Although it's gonna suck saying, but I actually haven't really touched Smash at all ever since Sora was nerfed.
Yes. They had
ever since he was nerfed, I didn't want to play Smash anymore.
I still make him work. You know, like I've been dealing with character nerfs and characters being garbage throughout all of my entire Smash campaign, especially since like I've mained Link in all of the Smash games, and he only got good by tournament standards, good, quote unquote, up in Smash Ultimate. But I still made him work in the previous Smash games. Like, damn, look at you. You really know how to use Link? He's like, yeah, because I love Link, right? And then same thing with Sora. Just like, okay, then they nerfed him a bit. Fine. And I'm like, nah, I still make him work. I work around him. That is my boy. I will never let him go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was a Sonic main, and then I became a Sora main.
Oh yeah, of course you were a Sonic main.
And then after he was nerfed, I don't know. I was like, well, just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth or something. I don't know. And I just kind of put down Smash, and I just never really picked it up again, unless like a friend like invited me to play it.
All right, there we go. Future stream, yeah. HMK FeFe Smash. There, we're gonna get you back in.
Hell shit, man! I haven't played it so long, man.
We don't have to fight against each other. We roll up on other people. Hell yeah. No Origin, bro. I never thought Disney would be okay with that. You know, I never understood that idea, because why would Disney give up the chance for the bag? Like, I never understood, like, oh, Disney's so greedy, they'll never put Sora in Smash because Disney's like, yeah, Disney is greedy. Why would they pass up the opportunity to make money? Like, what?
I didn't really have that thought. I was more like, I didn't really think that Disney would approve of Sora being in Smash.
Because of too violent?
No, it was more like, I don't know, I was like, I think Disney is like way too protective of their properties to ever like give an IP licensing to anybody outside Disney, unless like they're like, say, making like a Disney game like Epic Mickey or something.
Right.
Like, I was like, back then I was like, there's no way Disney's gonna let Sora being in them, because they have such a tight hold on all of their IPs.
Right. And that line of thinking is valid, but then you have to think about how when it comes to Kingdom Hearts specifically, Disney actually like throws that IP out to anyone who's willing to take it. I mean, look at all the god awful merch we have in America when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. Like, they just throw that shit to anybody, and then you take that.
Yeah, the merch is different.
Yeah, it is. But then you look at Smash. That shit's premier. Like if it was any company and any game, it would be Nintendo and Smash. Like anything else, probably
true.
not. But like Nintendo Smash would be the ones to get it.
Yeah, and like I also, on the other hand, was like, any like company that doesn't already have like a like normal like repeated like business transaction with Disney, even if you're somebody big like Nintendo, I was like, I wonder if like just getting an IP for a Disney IP in your thing, if you just gotta like have so many meetings and talks, and it's such a huge like complicated process.
Right?
I was
Yeah.
like, what if like Nintendo just did not want to deal with that? That was like also like another reason why I did not think Sora was gonna be in Smash.
Yeah, and that is actually the most valid reason too, because that's actually true, right? Like people like, okay, gotta make this phone call, gotta negotiate this, gotta make sure everything goes through all the yellow tape and whatnot. And Sakurai even alluded to that, where it's like, okay, so Disney was on board, but we had to go through this whole process to like get everything right. And then it's like, okay, but it's something we were willing to do, especially considering that Sora was the top requested character, and then they already got the okay. They just had to make sure that the okay was okay, and that's like a whole deal. But with that being
Shadow
said,
for Smash.
yeah, exactly. I was about to say. With that being said, Shadow for Smash. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to wrap up this amazing, explosive episode of the Fifth Dimension. But before I toss y'all to the wind, FeFe, you just want to say anything to the crowd and let them know where they can find you?
Oh, I would say I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/FeFe, FeFe, and you can find me on Twitter at KafefeChan, and you can find me on YouTube as well at FeFe VTuber, and my second channel KafefeChan.
Yeah, so you better go follow her on all of the good stuff. Yes, do it now, like now. Do it now. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for being here on this episode of the Fifth Dimension. I will see you all next week for another awesome episode. And it has been good. It has been grand. Until the next one, this has been your boy HMK. And always remember to be brave, dive deep, and enter the Fifth Dimension. We'll check you guys later.
Bye.